Çözeceğim ya bu yayın işini inşallah. Aa, Control Center'dan Voice Isolation'da kapatıyormuşuz. Süper.
Introduced the first Gemini models are most capable yet. They demonstrated state-of-the-art performance on every multimodal benchmark.
Çok mu geç kaldım ya? Yeni başlamış, okey. Tamam. Tıptıs tıptıs varmış. Evet, şöyle bir zoom'dan genel olarak her şey yolunda mı diye bakıyorum. Hızlı bir iş olmuş.
I want to reflect on this moment we are in. We've been investing in AI for more than a decade and innovating at every layer of the stack. Research, product, infrastructure. We're going to talk about it all today. Still, we are in the very early days of the AI platform shift. We see so much opportunity ahead.
Okay,
For
sesim falan da
creators,
düzgün geliyordur
for
umarım.
developers, for startups,
Bir göz ucuyla
for
bakacağım.
everyone.
Chat'ten birileri yazarsa.
Helping to drive those opportunities is what our Gemini era is all about.
Evet,
So let's get
fanlarımız
started.
gelmiş. Serkan'la Deniz buradayız.
A year ago on the stage,
Tamamdır
we
arkadaşlar.
first shared our plans for Gemini, a frontier model built to be natively multimodal from the very beginning, that could
güzel.
reason across text, images, video, code, and more. It's a big step in turning any input into any output,
Şimdi video
an I/O for a new generation. Since then, we introduced the first Gemini models, our most capable yet. They demonstrated state-of-the-art performance on every multimodal benchmark, and that was just the beginning. 2 months later, we introduced Gemini 1.5 Pro, delivering a big breakthrough in long
Bu mu
content.
geliyor arkadaşlar?
It can run 1 million tokens in production consistently, more than any other large-scale foundation model yet.
Bu evet.
We
Bayağı.
want everyone to benefit from what Gemini can do. So we have worked quickly to share these advances with all of you. Today, more than 1.5 million developers use Gemini models across our tools.
Tamam.
You're using it to
Sesi
debug
biraz bastırsın
code,
zaten.
get new insights,
Sesi düşük
and to
çıkıyor diyor.
build the
Yani
next
bu kadar.
generation of AI applications.
Yükseldi. Sundar'ın sesi
We've
baskın
also been
çıksın.
bringing
Bıraksın.
Gemini's breakthrough
Sıkıntı yok.
capabilities across our products in powerful ways. We'll show examples today across search, photos, workspace, Android, and more. Today, all of our 2 billion user products use Gemini. And we've introduced new experiences too, including on mobile, where people can interact with Gemini directly through the app. Now available on Android and iOS, and through Gemini Advanced, which provides access to our most capable models. Over 1 million people have signed up to try it in just 3 months, and it continues to
şu an
show
sesim daha
strong
iyi, değil mi?
momentum. One of the most exciting transformations with Gemini has been in Google Search. In the past year, we've answered billions
Şu
of
an çok
queries
daha iyi olmalı.
as part of her search generative experience. People are using it to search in entirely new ways and asking new types of questions, longer and more complex queries, even searching with photos, and getting back the best the web has
Artık
to
zaten
offer.
şu LLM'leri yani
We've been
Google
testing this
bağlasın
experience
ya.
outside of labs,
Vertex'in son
and we are
launch'ında
encouraged to
grounding
see
diye
not
bir
only an
özellik
increase in
gelmişti.
search usage, but
Onu
also an
birazcık daha
increase in user
uygulamada göreceğiz
satisfaction.
herhalde, öyle görünüyor.
I'm excited to announce that we will begin launching this fully
Eyvallah,
revamped
teşekkürler
experience,
Burak. Bilgi
AI
için.
overviews, to everyone in the US this week, and we'll bring it to more countries soon.
Selam Utkan. Hoş geldin abi.
There's
Tam
so
bir
much
tweetçiyiz.
innovation happening in search. Thanks to Gemini, we can create much more powerful search experiences, including within our products. Let me show you an example in Google Photos. We launched Google Photos almost 9
Ya
years
şu Google
ago.
Photos'a AI
Since
gelsin
then,
ya.
people have
Değil
used
mi?
it
Daha
to
çok AI
organize their
gelsin.
most important
Çok
memories.
eğlenceli oluyor. Benim bütün
Today,
hayatım şu
that
an
amounts to more than
Sundar'ın
6
elinde.
billion
O yüzden
photos and videos
önemli.
uploaded every single day. And people
What?
love using photos
6
to
milyar
search across
fotoğraf
their
günde
lives.
geliyormuş
With
arkadaşlar.
Gemini,
İnanılmaz.
you're making that a
Bu arada
whole lot
geçen
easier.
yayında feedback geldi. Aralarda
Say
çeviri
you're at a
yapar
parking
mısın diye.
station ready to pay, but you can't recall your license plate number. Before, you could search photos for keywords and then scroll through years' worth of photos, looking for the right one. Now, you can simply ask photos. It knows the cars that appear often, it triangulates which one is yours, and just tells you the license plate number.
Burak hatırlıyor musun? Senle bir tane zaten plaka aramıştık Google Photos'ta. Amerika'daki olay.
And ask photos can also
Onu
help
artık
you
rahatlıkla
search your memories
bulabileceğiz.
in a deeper way.
Bu arada çok güzel.
For
Ask
example,
Photos
you
bayağı
might be
güzel bir ürün
reminiscing
ya.
about your daughter Lucia's early milestones. You can ask photos, when did Lucia learn to swim? You can even follow up with something more complex. Show me how Lucia's swimming
Çok
has
güzel.
progressed.
Abi çok
Here,
müthiş bir özellik bu.
Gemini goes beyond a simple search,
İşte bu ya.
recognizing
Sadece
different
model
contexts,
beklemiyoruz
from
Google'dan.
doing
Daha
laps
ciddi
in the
bir
pool, to
entegrasyon
snorkeling in the
bekliyoruz.
ocean,
Çok
to the
güzel.
text and dates on her swimming
Yani
certificates,
bunu da
and
kesin
photos
Amerika'da
packages it
açarlar.
up
Biz
all
VPN'le
together in
gireriz
a
tabii.
summary. You can
Türkler
really
olarak
take it all in
alışkınız zaten.
and relive amazing memories all over again. We are
Çok hoş.
rolling out Ask Photos this summer with more capabilities to come.
10 numara. UI subject to change diye de bir not koymuşlar. Demek ki bitmemiş işlerin tasarımlarını koyup
Unlocking knowledge
yapma işi
across
sadece
formats is
gelişimcilere
why we
ait
built
değil.
Gemini to be multimodal from the ground up. It's one model with all the modalities built in.
Ya
So
evet
not only
ya.
does it
Remote
understand
duplicate
each type
fotosu
of
yapın
input,
kardeşim
it
artık ya.
finds connections between them.
Fotoğrafları konuşturuyorsunuz, akıl
Multimodality
yapıyorsunuz. Bir remote
radically
duplicate
expands the
yok ya.
questions we can ask
Sırf
and
onun için
answers we
12
will get
terabayt
back.
şey aldım. Gemini
Long
diye bir uygulama
context
var.
takes this a step
Bundan
further,
bağımsız onunla siliyorum.
enabling us to bring in even
Evet.
more information.
Ne yaptınız? 1 milyar
Hundreds of
long
pages of
context
text,
window mu?
hours of audio, a full hour of
tabii.
video, or entire code repos.
Doğru.
Or if you want, roughly 96 Cheesecake
Yani
Factory
context
menus.
window'a sadece text gibi bakmamak lazım.
For that
Context
many
window
menus,
arttıkça
you need a
komple
1
bir
million
repoyu
token
verip bu
context
repo
window,
üzerindeki
now
kodla
possible
ilgili de
with
soru
Gemini
sorabiliyorsunuz.
1.5
Bu
Pro.
tarz
Developers have
güzelliklerin de
been
olduğunu
using it in
düşünmemiz lazım.
super interesting ways. Let's take a look.
Google diyor ki yani bizim de social proof'umuz var kardeşim, sadece ChatGPT yok diyor.
I remember at the
Merhaba,
announcement,
siz de
the
çok
1 million
yakın bir
token
arkadaşa
context window,
benziyorsunuz.
and my first reaction was, there's no way they were able to achieve this.
I wanted to
AI'den ne
test
anlarım
its
ya.
technical skills. So I
Seviyorsun.
uploaded a line chart. It was temperatures between like Tokyo and Berlin and how they vary across the 12 months of the year.
So I got in there and I threw in the Python library that I was really struggling with. And I just asked it a simple question. And it nailed it. It could find specific references to comments in the code and specific requests that people had made and other issues that people had had, but then suggest a fix for it that related to what I was working on.
I immediately tried to kind of crash it. So
Yani
I took,
dünkü
4 or
OpenAI'ye
5
bakalım, bir de
research
buna
papers I
bakalım.
had on my desktop.
Çok fazla storytelling var.
It's a mind-blowing experience when you
Gerçekten
add so much
WWDC'ye
text,
bizi
and then you
hazırlıyorlar
see the
diyelim.
kind of amount of tokens you add is not even at half the capacity.
It felt a little bit like Christmas because
Dünkü
you saw
gelişmeler
things
ThinkPad
kind of
açısından
peppered
pek
up
hoş
to the
olmadı.
top of your
Her
feed
ne kadar
about like,
Bob
oh
için çok
wow,
iyi
I built
olsa
this
da
thing. Or
Google'dan
oh,
güzel
it's
bir
doing
elden
this and I would have
bekliyoruz
never
ki
expected.
Can I shoot a
İnsanlar
video
farklı
of my
desktop
possessions
uygulamaları da
and turn
kullanan
that into a
tek bir
searchable
alanda
database? So I ran to my
uygulamaya
bookshelf
ihtiyaç
and I shot a
duysunlar. O
video
yüzden
just panning my camera along the bookshelf, and I fed the video into the model. It gave me the titles and authors of the books, even though the authors weren't visible on those book spines. And on the bookshelf, there was a squirrel nutcracker sat in front of the book, truncating the title. You could just see the word Site C, and it still
bu
gets
arada
the
hiç
correct
LLM'le
book. The
kitap
range of
okumayı
things you can do with that is
düşündünüz
almost
mü bilmiyorum.
unlimited.
Yani herhalde
So at that
sarmıyordur
point, for me,
demek
was
diye
just
tahmin
like a
ediyorum.
click.
Ben bir göz ucuyla
This is
bakıyorum
it.
sizin için.
I thought like I
Çok
had
güzel
like
bir
a
deneyim.
superpower in my
Claudia'ya ben,
hands. It was poetry. It was
sıralar
beautiful. I
Blanche
was
Diaz
so
diye bir
happy.
kitabı okumam
It just
gerekiyor.
this is going to be amazing. This is going to help people.
LLM eşliğinde
This
çok
is
güzel bir
kind of where
okuma
the
deneyimi
future of
oluyor.
language models are
PDF'e
going.
atıyorsun,
Personalized to
parçadan
you,
başla
not
diyorsun, sorular sorabiliyorsun
because
falan.
you
Hani
trained it to be personal to you, but personal to you
Gemini'nin
because you can give it
token window'u
such a
güzel,
vast
kitaptan
understanding
çok
of who
daha
you are.
fazlası. Sarılabilir. Ama yeni model bekliyoruz Sündar'cığım. Sadece var
We've
olan
been
ürünleri
rolling out
anlatarak
Gemini
olmaz.
1.5 Pro with long context in preview over the last few months. We made a series of quality improvements across translation, coding, and reasoning. You'll see these
GPT-4
updates
benchmark
reflected in the
istiyoruz
model
kardeşim,
starting
öyle
today.
kendinle
I'm
kıyaslayarak
excited to
olmaz.
announce that we are bringing this improved version of Gemini 1.5 Pro to all developers globally.
Yani güzel. çok uğraştırdınız.
In
Vertex
addition,
AI'nin
today, Gemini
developer
1.5
experience'ını
Pro with 1
bilenler
million
bilir.
context
Hani
is now directly available for
sevinmeyin,
consumers
çile
in Gemini
çekeceksiniz.
Advanced and can be used across 35 languages. 1 million tokens is opening up entirely new possibilities. It's exciting, but I think we can push ourselves even further. So today,
Bak,
we are
Microsoft'un
expanding the
CEO'su
context
da
window
aslında aynı
to 2 million
coğrafi
tokens.
kökenden geliyor. Güzel, 2 milyon token da bayağı bence repolar için çok güzel. Bu adam şivesini
We
atamamış
are making
ya.
it available for developers in private
Bu
preview.
adam henüz şiveyi
It's
atamamış.
amazing to look back and see just how much progress we have made in a few months. This represents the next step on our journey towards the ultimate goal of infinite context. Okay, so far we have talked about two technical advances, multimodality and long context. Each is powerful on its own, but together they unlock deeper capabilities and more intelligence.
Oh, çok pardon.
Let's see how this
Çok
comes to
pardon,
life
çok
with
pardon.
Google Workspace. People are always searching their emails in Gmail. We are working to make it much more powerful with Gemini.
Sesim şu
Let's
an
look
biraz
at
daha
how.
iyi olmalı.
As a parent, you want to know everything that's going on with your child's school. Okay, maybe not
Parent
everything.
kontrol açısından hiç
But you want to
bakmıyorsun
stay
dönemlere.
informed.
Herhalde
Gemini can
çocuk
help you
sahibi
keep
olmak
up.
gerekiyor bunu
Now
düşünmek
we
için.
can ask Gemini to summarize all recent emails from the school. In the background, it's identifying relevant emails, even
Sesimizi
analyzing
biraz da
attachments
iyiledik.
like PDFs. And you get a summary of the key points and action items. So helpful. Maybe you were traveling this week and you couldn't make the PTA meeting. The
Çok
recording
güzel.
of the meeting is an
Bizim
hour long.
zamanımızda
It's from
karneleri
Google Meet. You
düzeltiyorduk
can ask
arkadaşlar.
Gemini to give you the
Burada
highlights.
AI'la veli çocuğunun karnesinde ne var ne yok, hocası ne mail atmış ona bakıyor. Gerçekten
There's a parents group
yani
looking
dede
for
gibi hissediyorum
volunteers.
kendimi.
You're free that day. Of course, Gemini can draft a reply. There are countless other examples of how this can make life easier. Gemini 1.5 Pro is available today in Workspace Labs,
Güzel.
and Aparna will share more later on.
Yalnız adamın stresini düşünsenize, dün gece uyuyamamıştır diye tahmin
We just
ediyorum.
looked at an example with
Yine
text
de yorgun
outputs.
görünmüyor.
But with a multimodal model, we can do so much more. To show you an early demo of an audio output in Notebook LM, here's Josh.
Bak, bu Notebook LM güzel ürün. Ya artık şu Jupyter Notebook'un içine kod interpretör gibi düzgün
Hey everyone.
bir şey gelsin de
Last year at
istediğimizi
I.O.,
yapalım
we
ya.
introduced Notebook LM, a research and writing tool grounded in the information you give it. Since then, we've seen a lot of momentum with students and
Grounded
teachers
dediği
using it.
yani
And today,
LLM'in
Gemini
verilen bilgiye
1.5
göre
Pro is coming to
çalışması,
Notebook LM,
file'larla
and it's
çalışması.
great. Let me show you. So here we are in Notebook LM. You can load it up with all the materials here on
Sesi
the left.
biraz daha arttırmanızı rica
In this
edeceğim.
notebook, I've been using
Benim
it with
sesim
my
gene
younger son,
gelmiyormuş
and
tam.
I've added some of his science worksheets, a few slide decks from his teacher, and even an open
güzel.
source textbook full of charts and diagrams. With 1.5 Pro, it instantly creates this notebook guide with a helpful summary and can generate a study guide, an FAQ, or even quizzes. But for my son, Jimmy, he really learns best when he can listen to something. So we've prototyped a new feature with Gemini, and it's called Audio Overviews.
Ha, ben bu
Notebook
Notebook
LM
LM'i
is gonna take all the materials on the
zannediyordum
left
ya.
as
Jupyter
input
Notebook zannediyordum.
and
Bu
output
ders
them
çalışma
into a
uygulamasıymış.
lively science discussion,
Arkadaşlar.
personalized for him. Let's take a listen.
So
Güzel.
let's dive into physics. What's on deck for today?
Well, we're starting with the basics. Force and motion.
Okay.
And that, of course, means we have to talk about Sir Isaac Newton and his 3 laws of motion.
Ah, yes, the foundation for understanding how objects move and interact.
Ah, yes, this is where multimodal really shines. Now, it generated this
Yani
audio
verilen konu
discussion
üzerinden
based on that text
diyalog mu
material.
döndürdü?
And what's amazing is that my son and I can join into the conversation
Ses problemlerini
and
çözdük. Ben
steer it
fokusu biraz
whichever
buraya
direction
vereyim.
we want. When I tap, join.
Hold on, we have a question. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, can you give my son Jimmy a
çok doğal bir
basketball
deneyim.
example?
Hey, Jimmy.
That's a fantastic idea. Basketball is actually a great way to
Oo,
visualize
çok
force
güzel bir
in
deneyim değil
motion.
mi
Let's
ya?
break it down.
Onlar
Okay, so
kendi
first,
aralarında
imagine a
konuşuyorlar. Sen
basketball just
el
sitting there on
kaldırıyorsun.
the court.
Böylece
Not
o
moving, right?
aşırı doğal
That's because all
olmayan
the forces acting on
ses
it are
kesilmesi
balanced.
deneyimi dün
The downward
gördüğümüz
pull of gravity.
OpenAI'deki
Pretty cool, right?
bence de cool. Pek bir alkış gelmedi dayı sana ama bence gayet cool yani.
I gotta say, the first time my son heard this, you should have seen how big his eyes got because he was gripped. They were talking to him. He was learning science through the example of basketball, his favorite sport. Now, what's interesting is under the hood, you saw that
iyi.
Gemini had used some of the concepts of gravity, Sir Isaac Newton, but nothing in there was about basketball. It connected the dots and created that age-appropriate example for him. And this is what's becoming possible with the power of Gemini. You can give it lots of information in any format, and it can be transformed in a way that's personalized and interactive for you. Back to you, Sundar.
Bence çok güzel bir ürün olmuş. Ben bu notebook elemi
Thanks,
daha
Shor.
sık kullanacağım.
The demo shows
Çok
the
ben
real
hani
opportunity with
kullanmamıştım
multimodality.
yani yalan yok.
Soon you'll be
Bayağı
able to
hoşuma
mix
gitti
and
bir
match
brainstorming
inputs and outputs.
uygulaması.
This is
Bence
what we mean
gerekli.
when we say it's an IO for a new generation. And I can see you all out there thinking about the possibilities. But what if we could go even further? That's one of the opportunities we see with AI agents. Let me take a step back and explain what I mean by that. I think about them as intelligent systems that show reasoning, planning, and memory, are able to think multiple steps ahead,
Sundar'ın sorunu bu
work
ya.
across
Yani bir
software and
duygu
systems,
katamıyor anlattığı şeye.
all to get something done on your behalf, and most importantly, under your supervision.
Ama bu adam
We
çıkmak
are
zorunda
still in the
buraya. Ne
early
yapsın?
days, and you'll see glimpses of our approach throughout the day. But let me show you the kinds of use cases we are working hard to solve. Let's start with shopping. It's pretty fun to shop for shoes, and a lot less fun to return them when they don't fit. Imagine if Gemini could do all the steps for you, searching your inbox for the receipt, locating the order number from your email, filling out a return form, and even scheduling a pickup. That's much easier, right?
Wow. Bayağı iyi. Ürün iade ediyor. Chat UPS'ten
Let's take another
rezervasyonuyla
example that's a
bookingini
bit more
yapıyor.
complex.
Randevusunu
Say you just
gidiyor,
moved to
ürünü
Chicago.
iade edebiliyorsun.
You can
Shopping
imagine
deneyimi.
Gemini and Chrome working together to help you do a number of things to get ready, organizing, reasoning, synthesizing on your behalf. For example, you will want to explore the city and find services nearby, from dry cleaners to
Çok
dog
güzel.
walkers.
Bu generatif
You'll have
AI
to update your
meselesini
new
de
address
güzel
across
kullanmışlar.
dozens of websites.
Generatif UI.
Gemini can work across these tasks and
Yani
will
sadece
prompt you for
klasik bir
more
chatten
information
ziyade
when needed.
Google'ın daha çok
So you're
generatif
always
UI'ye
in control.
odaklanmak istediğini
That part is really
anlıyoruz.
important as we prototype these experiences.
İyi, bence de güzel
We're
bir
thinking
kaydedici
hard
nokta.
about how to do it in a way that's private, secure, and works for everyone. These are simple use cases, but they give you a good sense of the types of problems we want to solve. By building
Ya
intelligent
bunlar sadece
systems
Android'e
that
gelmesin
think
ama ya.
ahead,
Google
reason,
uygulamasında
and
da
plan,
olsun diyeceğim
all
de.
on your behalf.
Bakalım Apple ne yapacak
The
önümüzdeki
power
ay.
of Gemini with multimodality, long context, and agents brings us closer to our ultimate goal, making AI helpful for everyone. We see this as how
Google
we
diyor
will
ki
make
halka
the most
ineceğiz.
progress against our mission, organizing the world's information across every input, making it accessible via any output, and combining the world's information with the information in your world in a way that's truly useful for you. To fully realize
Bu
the
Regis
benefits
de
of
ne
AI,
gergindir ya.
will continue to break new ground. Google DeepMind is hard at work. To share more, please welcome for the first time on the I.O. stage, Sir Demis.
Adam Sir mü? Yoksa adamın adı mı Sir? Adamın adı Sir herhalde. Adam doğuştan Sir ya. Çünkü Sir vibe'ı vermedi yani. Ya, Sir'ler biraz
Thanks,
yaşlı oluyor.
Sundar. It's so great to be here. Ever since I was a kid playing chess for the England junior team, I've been thinking about the nature of intelligence. I was captivated by the idea of a computer
Aa, adam
that could
harbiden
think
Sir
like a person.
galiba.
It's ultimately why I became a programmer and studied neuroscience. I co-founded DeepMind in 2010 with the goal of one day building AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, a system that has human-level cognitive capabilities. I've always believed that if we could build this technology responsibly, its impact would be truly profound and it could benefit humanity in incredible ways. Last year, we reached a milestone on that path when we formed Google DeepMind, combining AI talent from across the company into one super unit. Since then, we've built AI systems that can do an amazing range of things, from turning language and vision into action for robots, navigating complex virtual 3D environments, solving Olympiad-level math problems, and even discovering thousands of new materials. Just last week, we announced our next-generation AlphaFold model. It can predict the structure and interactions of nearly all of life's molecules, including
Çok
how
iyi.
proteins
Ya
interact
tıp
with
alanında da
strands of
çok ilginç
DNA and
gelişmeler
RNA.
göreceğiz
This will
diyorlardı.
accelerate
Google'un da
vitally
buna el
important
atmış olması çok
biological and
hoş.
medical research from
Geçenlerde
disease
bununla ilgili video
understanding to
yayınlamışlardı
drug
zaten.
discovery. And all of this was made
Nöronları
possible with the best infrastructure
modelledikleri
for
bir
the
iş
AI
bu.
era,
Şanslı
including our
seri bana
highly
YouTube'da çıkmıştı.
optimized tensor processing units. At the center of our efforts is our Gemini model. It's built up from the ground up to be natively multimodal because that's how we interact with and understand the world around us. We've built a variety of models for different use cases. You've seen how powerful Gemini 1.5 Pro is, but we also know from user feedback that some applications need lower latency and a lower cost to serve. So today, we're
Daha
introducing
hızlı bir
Gemini
model çıkacak
1.5
herhalde.
Flash.
Aynen. Güzel.
Flash
Kitle alkışlama konusunda iyi
Flash is a lightweight
eğitilememiş.
model
Bir
compared
Apple'dan
to
bir
Pro.
ders alınması
It's
gerekiyor
designed to
burada.
be
Eski
fast
Apple
and
eventlerini
cost-efficient to
bilenler
serve
bilir.
at scale, while still featuring multimodal reasoning capabilities and breakthrough long context.
Çok güzel.
Flash is optimized for tasks where low
Hız için
latency and
optimize
efficiency
edilebilmiş.
matter most.
Multimodal yani içine
Starting today,
ses, yazı,
we can
resim
use
her bir şey
1.5
atabiliyoruz.
Flash and 1.5 Pro with up to 1 million
Ve de
tokens in
çok hızlı
Google AI
çalışıyor.
Studio and Vertex
Yani tabii
AI.
benchmark'ına falan
And developers can
belki
sign
yayından
up
sonra
to try
bakarız.
2
Daha
million
detaylı
tokens.
inceleriz.
We're so excited to see what all of you will create with it. And you'll hear a little more about Flash later on from Josh. We're very excited by the progress we've made so far with our
Flash'ı
family of Gemini
yani
models. But
bayağı bir
we're
kullanım
always
alanı
striving to
olabilir.
push the state of the art even further.
Özellikle sesli
At any
iletişim
one time, we
temelli
have many different
asistanlarda
models
ya
in
da
training. And we use our very large and powerful ones
hızlı
to help
dönüş yapılması
teach and
gereken
train our
yerlerde. Mesela
production-ready
şimdi ThinkPad'de
models.
bir feature yapıyorduk.
Together with user
Birden fazla
feedback,
modeli
this
yanıtlarını bir
cutting-edge
araya
research
getirecek.
will help us to
Orada
build
güzel
amazing new
kullanılabilir.
products for billions of people. For example, in December, we shared a glimpse into the future of how people would interact with multimodal AI, and how this would end up powering a new set of transformative experiences. Today, we have some exciting new progress to share about the future of AI assistants that we're calling Project Astra.
Google gene havalı bir isimle piyasaya girdi.
For a
Bu
long
arada
time, we
I.O.'da
wanted to
tanıtılan her
build a
şeyi de gerçekte
universal AI
göremiyoruz.
agent that
Hatırlarsanız
can be
3
truly
sene önce
helpful in
Duplex'i
everyday life.
tanıtmışlardı.
Our work
Telefonla
making this
arıyordu
vision a
asistan,
reality
randevu
goes
falan.
back many
Göremedik
years.
o projeyi bir
It's
daha.
why we made Gemini multimodal
Çok
from the
eleştiriliyor
very
bu konuda da
beginning.
Google.
An agent like this has to understand and respond to our complex and dynamic world just like we do. It would need to take in and remember what it sees so it can understand context and take action. And it would have to be proactive, teachable, and personal, so you can talk to it naturally without lag or delay. While we've made some great strides in developing AI systems that can understand multimodal information, getting response time down to something conversational is a difficult engineering challenge. Building on our Gemini model, we've developed agents that can process information faster by continuously encoding video frames, combining the video and speech input into a timeline of events, and caching this for efficient recall. We've also enhanced how they sound with a wider range of intonations. These agents better understand the context you're in and can respond quickly in conversation, making the pace and quality of interaction feel much more natural.
Bir caching layer gibi
Here's a
bir şey
video of our
yapıyorlarmış sanırım
prototype, which you'll
agentlara.
see has two parts. Each part
Daha
was captured
prioritized
in
bir
a
bilgi
single tape
havuzu var.
in real time.
Lütfen biraz daha örnek
Okay.
olursa.
Let's do some tests. Tell me when you see something that makes sound.
I see a speaker, which makes sound.
What is that part of the speaker called?
Oo.
That is the tweeter. It produces high-frequency sounds.
Sound.
I see a speaker,
Give me
which
a
makes
creative
sound.
alliteration about these. What is that part of the speaker
Creative
called?
crayons
Ooh.
color cheerfully. They certainly
That
craft
is the
colorful
tweeter.
creations. It
Hoş,
produces
bayağı
high-frequency
hoş.
sounds.
What does that part of the code do?
This code defines encryption and decryption functions.
Ya bu
It seems to
streaming
use
AI artık
AES-CBC
yeni paradigma
encryption
olacak
to
gibi.
encode and
Çok güzel
decode
fırsatlar
data based
çıkar
on a
buradan
key
bu arada.
and an initialization vector, IV.
Çok hoş.
Great. What neighborhood do you think I'm in?
This appears to be the King's Cross area of London. It is known for its railway station and transportation connections.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
Çok hoş. Çok hoş. Bu bayağı etkileyici. Ya bunları ne kadar API'ye vereceksiniz kardeşim?
What can
Ondan,
I add here
ondan
to
da
make this
bahsedin
system
yani.
faster?
Sadece sizde kaldığı sürece biz geliştiriciler için bir anlamı olmuyor. Bu konferansın adı da I.O. Artık per second mı
What does this remind you
yapacaklar
of?
bunun fiyatlamasını?
Schrodinger's cat.
All right, give me a band name for this duo.
Golden Stripes.
Nice.
Arkadaşlar
Thanks, Gemini.
yalnız bunlar editli videolar. Yani bir de şu var ki OpenAI dün gerçekten cesur bir şekilde açık açık da gösterdi teknolojilerini. Şu an Google biraz
I think you'll
yani
agree it's amazing to see
umarım
how far AI has come,
%100 dürüstçe
especially when it
çıkan
comes to
ve hemen
spatial
kullanıp bizim de
understanding,
görebileceğimiz
video
şeylerdir
processing,
bunlar.
and memory. It's easy to envisage a future
Güçlü
where you can have an
rekabet herkese
expert
her şeyi
assistant by your
yaptırır.
side through your phone or new exciting form factors like glasses.
Çok güzel ya.
Some of
Özellikle
these
bunun
agent
desktop'a entegre
capabilities
olduğunu
will come
hayal
to Google
ediyorum.
products like Gemini app later
Ekranımı
this year.
okuduğunu hayal ediyorum
For those of
sürekli
you on
olarak.
site today, you can
Ve
try out a
etkileşim
live
kurabildiğimi
demo
hayal
version of
ediyorum.
this
Çok güzel.
experience in the AI sandbox
Belki
area.
WWDC'de Apple'dan böyle bir şey alırız ama bence Mac'te böyle bir şeye ihtiyaç olabilir.
Next, let's take a look at how our innovations are helping people bring new creative ideas to life. Today, we're introducing a series of updates across our generative media tools with new models covering image, music, and video. Over the past year,
Artık
we've
bir
been
Sora
enhancing
rakibi
quality,
görelim.
improving
Biraz zor
safety,
olacak
and
o seviyede bir
increasing
şey
access.
görmek muhtemelen
To help
ama
tell this story,
ya bu arada şey
here's
çok
Doug.
ilginç değil mi arkadaşlar? Dünkü yani E'ye görüntü stream etme meselesinin birebir aynısını Google'da yapmış. Yani bunlar birbirlerinden bağımsız çok benzer işler
Thanks,
nasıl
Dennis.
yapıyorlar? Yani anlıyorum fokus burada ama
Over the past few months, we've been
bir iki
working
dakikada
hard to
ileri gidelim
build a
mi?
new image
Ya da
generation
neyse
model
tamam.
from the ground up.
Bir dakika geriden geliyor da
With stronger evaluations, extensive
Boşluk
red
buldukça ileri
teaming,
alıyorum.
and state-of-the-art watermarking with Synth ID.
Evet son
Today,
son
I'm so excited to
Google'ın aşırı
introduce
woke
Imagine
Image
3.
Generation şeyi
It's our
vardı
most capable image
hatırlarsınız.
generation model yet.
Bayağı bir tepki çekmişti.
Imagine 3 is more photorealistic. You can literally count the whiskers on its snout. With richer details, like this incredible sunlight in the shot, and
Güzel.
fewer visual artifacts or distorted images. It understands
Editlenmemiş
prompts written the way
resimlermiş
people write.
bunlar
The more
arkadaşlar.
creative and detailed you are, the better. And Imagine 3 remembers to incorporate small details like the wildflowers or small blue bird in this longer prompt. Plus, this is our best model yet for rendering text, which has been a challenge for image generation.
Ya zaten evet yani
In
challenge
side-by-side comparisons,
düzgün de yapan pek
independent
yok.
evaluators
Umarım siz de en iyi
preferred
örneği
Imagine
koymamışsınızdır
3 over
sadece
other
oraya.
popular
Muhtemelen
image
öyledir ama
generation models. In sum, Imagine 3 is our highest quality image generation model so far. You can sign up today to try Imagine 3 in ImageFX, part of our suite of AI tools at labs.google. And it'll be coming soon to developers and enterprise customers in Vertex AI. Another area full of creative possibility is generative music. I've been working in this
şu
space for
ürünleri
over 20
Enterprise'e
years,
açmaları
and this is
sadece
by
bence
far the
hiç
most
hoş bir şey
exciting
değil
year of my
ya
career.
rekabet dünyası
We're
açısından.
exploring ways of
Güçlü
working with
zaten
artists to
güçlü.
expand
Tamam
their
kaynaklara da
creativity
erişim
with AI.
sağlasın da Yani
Together
en
with
azından
YouTube, we've been building
Cloud
Music
Startup
AI
programındakilere ve
Sandbox,
ayrıcalık
a suite of
yapabilirler.
professional music AI tools that can create new instrumental sections from scratch, transfer styles between tracks, and more. To help us design and test them, we've been working closely with incredible musicians, songwriters, and producers. Some of them made even entirely new songs in ways that would have not been possible without these tools. Let's hear from some of the artists we've been working with.
I'm gonna put this right back into the Music AI tool, the same boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. What happens if Haiti meets Brazil? Dude, I have no clue what's about to be spread out. This is what excites me. As a hip-hop producer, we dug in the crates. We playing these vinyls, and the part where there's no vocal, we pull it, we sample it, and we create an entire song around that. So right now, we digging in the infinite crate.
Çok güzel fırsatlar
Where
var.
I found the
Senin
AI
gibi bir
really useful
sample
for
ustası.
me, this way to like fill in the sparser sort of elements of my loops. Okay, let's
Bunlardan faydalanmalı.
bongos. We're gonna put viola. We're gonna put rhythmic clapping, and we're gonna see what happens there. Woo! And it makes it sound, ironically, at the end of the day, a little more human. So then this is entirely Google's loops right here. These are gloops. It's like having like this weird friend that's just like, try this, try that. And then you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty dope. Yeah, grouping up instead of grouping up instead of go-up.
Harbiden dope.
The tools are capable of speeding up the process of what's in my head, getting it out. You're able to move light speed with your creativity. This is amazing. That right there?
Çok iyi. Yani müzik yayının da sunumu ancak bu kadar iyi olabilirdi.
I think this really shows what's possible when we work with the artist community.
Ama bence
on the
genel
future of
olarak
music.
etkinlik biraz sönük geçiyor
You can
ya.
find some brand new
Tamam
songs
güzel
from
şeyler
these
var
acclaimed
ama
artists and
hani böyle
songwriters on
çok
their
büyük
YouTube
çarpıcı bir
channels now.
LLM update'i göremedik. Google Photos çok
There's
iyiydi.
one more area I'm really excited to share with you.
youtube.com/müzik
Our
AI
teams have
demos
made some incredible
bakarız.
progress in generative video. Today, I'm excited to announce our newest, most capable generative video model called Veo.
Güzel. Sonra rakibi geliyor arkadaşlar. Veo.
Veo
Herhalde bir yıl
creates
sonra falan
high-quality
gelecek ama
1080p
Vertex'e.
videos from text, image, and video prompts. It can capture the details of your instructions in different visual and cinematic styles.
Yani
You
bunların
can
her
prompt
zaman
for
en iyi
things like
örnekler
aerial
olduğunu göz
shots of
önünde
a landscape
bulundurmak
or
lazım.
time-lapse, and further edit your videos using
Çok ultra
additional
realistik bir
prompts.
şey göremedik. O
You
köpek
can
örneği
use Veo
biraz
in our
şeydi.
new experimental tool called Video FX.
Hoş.
We're
OpenAI için de
exploring
geçerli. Bu
features
da.
like storyboarding and generating longer scenes. Veo gives you unprecedented
Çok
creative
iyi.
control.
Bak promptunu veriyorsun, videonu
Techniques for
oluşturuyorsun,
generating
süre
static
yaratıyor
images
bir
have
30
come a long
saniye.
way.
Sen
But
eksen
generating
dedikçe
video
süresi
is a
uzuyor. Çok iyi.
different challenge altogether. Not only is it important to understand where an object or subject should be in space, it needs to maintain this consistency over time, just like the car in this video.
Wow.
Veo builds upon years of our pioneering generative video model work, including GQN, Phenaki, Walt, Video Poet, Lumiere, and much more. We combine the best of these architectures and techniques to improve consistency, quality, and output resolution.
Çok
To see what Veo can do,
güzel. En
we put it in
azından
the hands
yani
of an
Sora'yı
amazing
sadece
filmmaker.
çıktılarıyla
Let's
görmüştüm.
take a
İlk
look.
defa bir video generation'ın UI'ni görüyoruz.
Well, I've been interested in AI for a couple of years now. We got in contact with some of the people at Google, and they had been working on something of their own. So we're all meeting here at Google Farms to make a short film.
The core technology is Google DeepMind's generative video model that has been trained to convert input text into output video.
It looks good.
We are able to bring ideas to life that were otherwise not possible. We can visualize things on a timescale that's 10 or 100 times faster than before.
When you're shooting, you can't really iterate as much as you wish. And so we've been hearing that feedback is that it allows for like more optionality, more iteration, more improvisation.
But that's what's cool about it. It's like you can make a mistake faster. That's all you really want at the end.
Geçenlerde OpenAI'da biliyorsunuz bir tane balon adam
So, using Gemini's
yapmıştı.
multimodal
Hatta geçen
capabilities to
o balon
optimize
adamda
the model
röportaj
training
yaptılar gene
process,
sonra üzerine.
VO is able to better capture the nuance
Yani
from
gene
prompts.
Google bir tık önde
So this
görünüyor. Bu
includes
birazcık daha
cinematic
böyle bir video
techniques and
generation
visual
modeli
effects,
olarak
giving you
güzel
total
ama
creative control.
sanki aynı
Everybody's
realizmi
gonna become a
yakalayamadım.
director, and everybody
Yani
should be a
olsaydı
director.
elinde bu
Because at the heart of
Tokyo
all of this
videosunu
is
hatırlıyor
just
musunuz
storytelling.
bilmiyorum.
The closer
OpenAI
we are to
paylaştı
being
ilk
able to
sonra da.
tell each other our
Onu
stories,
o
the
tarz bir
more
iş
we'll understand each
göstermemişler
other.
ama
These
tabii
models
ki
are really enabling
çok
us to
hoş.
be more creative and to share that creativity with each other.
Bu da hoş ama binada gene biraz gene de çok iyi ya. En azından bir UI gördük nasıl generate ediliyor. Mesela extend olayı güzelmiş. Videonun süresini
Over the coming
extend
weeks,
edebilmek
some of
falan.
these features
Hoş.
will be available to select creators through video effects at labs.google, and the wait list is open now. Of course, these advances in generative video go beyond the beautiful visuals you've seen today. By teaching future AI models how to solve problems creatively, or in effect simulate the physics of our world, we can build more
Wait
useful
listlere
systems
girin
that can help people
isterseniz
communicate
arkadaşlar.
in new ways,
Labs.google'da
and
açılmış.
thereby advance the frontiers of
Paralelde
AI.
ben takip ediyorum.
When we first began this journey to build AI more than
takipçilerim
15
için.
years ago, we knew that one day it would change
Şuradan.
everything. Now that time is here, and we continue to be amazed by the progress we see and inspired by the advances still to come on the path to AGI. Thanks, and back to you, Sundar.
Bir de waitlistlere VPN'le girip Amerika yaparsanız IP'nizi daha öncelikli bir şey yakalayabilirsiniz. Bu da
Thanks, Dennis. A huge amount of innovation is happening at Google DeepMind. It's amazing how much progress we have made in a year. Training state-of-the-art models requires a lot of computing power. Industry demand for ML compute has grown by a factor of 1 million in the last 6 years. And every year it increases tenfold. Google was built for this. For 25 years, we have invested in world-class technical infrastructure. From the cutting-edge hardware that powers search to our custom tensor processing units that power
Search'le
our AI
ilgili çok
advances.
büyük bir hala
Gemini
duyuru
was
görmedik.
trained and served
Hardware tarafı
entirely on
geliyor
our
herhalde.
fourth and fifth
TPU'lardan bir
generation
upgrade
TPUs.
olacak acaba?
And other leading AI
Grok
companies
gibi bir
like
LLM
Anthropic
çipi gelebilir mi
have
acaba
trained their
Google'dan?
models on TPUs as well. Today, we are excited to announce the 6th generation of TPUs called Trillium.
Hayırlı olsun.
Trillium delivers a 4.7x improvement in compute performance per chip over the previous generation.
Yeah.
It's our most efficient and performant TPU today. We'll make Trillium available to our cloud customers in late 2024. Alongside our TPUs, we are proud to offer CPUs and GPUs to support any workload. That includes the new Axion processors we announced last month, our first custom ARM-based CPU with industry-leading performance and energy efficiency.
Çok iyi. Herkesin ARM'a biraz daha odaklandı. Artık biraz evet Google Cloud
We're
duyuruları
also
görelim.
proud to be
Hazır
one
biz
of
de
the
Google
first
Cloud'a
cloud
geçiyorken.
providers to offer NVIDIA's cutting-edge Blackwell GPUs available in early 2025.
Respekti çakıldı. Adamlar ne
We are
şirket
fortunate to
yapmış
have a
ya.
long-standing partnership with NVIDIA, excited to bring Blackwell's capabilities to our customers.
İyi bir
Chips
kota
are a
yakalamış.
foundational part of our integrated end-to-end system. From performance-optimized hardware and open software to flexible consumption models, this all comes together in our AI hypercomputer, a groundbreaking supercomputer architecture. Businesses and developers are using it to tackle more complex challenges with more than twice the efficiency relative to just buying the raw hardware and chips. Our AI hypercomputer advancements are made possible in part because of our approach to liquid cooling in our data centers. We've been doing this for nearly a decade, long before it became state-of-the-art for the industry. And today, our total deployed fleet capacity for liquid cooling systems is nearly 1 gigawatt and growing. That's close to 70 times the capacity of any other fleet.
Bu şey mi? Küresel ısınma falan nedeniyle mi acaba? Liquid cooling önemli. Yani pek bizi
Underlying
bağlayan
this
bir
is
şey
the
değil
sheer
çünkü
scale
doğayı
of our
falan
network,
herhalde etkiliyor.
which connects our infrastructure globally. Our network spans more than 2 million miles of terrestrial and subsea fiber, over 10 times the reach of the next leading cloud provider. We'll keep making the investments necessary to advance AI innovation and deliver state-of-the-art capabilities. And one of our greatest areas of investment and innovation is in our founding product, Search. 25 years ago, we created Search to help people
Evet,
make sense of
marketingçi
the waves of
takipçilerim.
information
Heyecanlı
moving
mıyız?
online. With
Ne
each
geliyor?
platform shift, we have delivered
geliyor?
breakthroughs to help answer your questions better. On mobile, we unlocked new types of questions and answers using better context, location awareness, and real-time information. With advances in natural language understanding and computer vision, we enable new ways to search with your voice, or a hum to find your new favorite song, or an image
Yani
of that
Google
flower
sonuçları
you saw on your
tıklatmak
wall.
zorunda arkadaşlar.
Now you can
Adamlar
even
zaten
circle to
buradan ads
search
modelini
those
yürütüyor.
cool
Yani
new
Google
shoes you
Click'ten
might
para
want to
kazanan
buy.
bir şirket.
Go
Dolayısıyla
for it.
yani
You can
Search'te
always
çok
return them
iddialı
later.
gideceklerini düşünmüyorum. Circle to Search falan bana biraz
Of course,
cacık
search
geliyor
in the Gemini
açıkçası.
era will take this
Zaten
to a
vardı bu
whole
tarz
new level.
şeyler.
Combining our
Lens'in
infrastructure
içinde.
strengths, the latest
Google
AI
Lens'te.
capabilities, our high bar for information quality, our decades of experience connecting you to the richness of the web, the result is a product that does the work for you. Google
Search
Search
generative
is generative
experiences.
AI at the scale of human curiosity. And it's our most exciting chapter of Search yet. To tell you more, here's Liz.
Bakalım bizden neler gelecek. SEO'cular heyecanlı.
Thanks, Sundar. With each of these platform shifts, we haven't just adapted. We've expanded what's possible with Google Search. And now, with generative AI, Search will do more for you than you ever imagined. So whatever's on your mind, and whatever you need to get done, just ask. And Google will do the Googling for you. All the advancements you'll see today are made possible by a new Gemini model, customized for Google Search. What really sets this apart is our three
Vay
unique
güzel.
strengths.
Yani bir zahmet
First,
yaparlar da
Our
%90
real-time
revenue'ları
information with
Search'ten
over
geliyor.
a trillion facts about people, places, and things. Second, our unparalleled ranking and quality systems, trusted for decades to get you the very best of the web. And third, the power of Gemini, which unlocks new agentive capabilities right in Search. By bringing these three things all together, we're able to dramatically expand what's possible
Yani
with
bir
Google
kere şu
Search.
real time meselesi
Yet again.
OpenAI'nin çok kaçırdığı bir
This is
mesele.
Search in the Gemini
Google'ın
era.
zaten bu kozu bir tık
So let's dig in.
önden oynaması gerekiyordu.
You've heard today about AI overviews and how helpful people are finding them. With AI overviews, Google does the work for you. Instead of piecing together all the information yourself, you can ask your question. And as you see here, you can get an answer instantly, complete with a range of perspectives
Tamam, bu
and
bildiğimiz
links
bir
to
şey.
dive deeper.
Önemli bir
As Sundar
konu.
shared, AI overviews will begin rolling out to everyone in the US starting today, with more countries soon.
Starting today ha.
And by the end of the year, AI overviews will
Güzel,
count
hemen
to over
VPN'ler
a
açılır
billion people
yayından
in
sonra.
Google Search. But this is just the first step.
Avrupa'ya
We're
falan da
making
gelecek
AI
sene sonuna
overviews even
kadar.
more helpful for
1
your most
milyardan
complex
fazla
questions.
insan dediklerine göre.
The type that are really more like 10 questions in one. You can ask your entire question with all its sub-questions and get an AI overview in seconds. To make this possible, we're introducing multi-step reasoning in Google Search. So Google can do the researching for you. For example, let's say you've been trying to
Perplexity.
get into yoga and Pilates.
Merhaba Perplexity.
Finding the right studio can take a lot of research. There's so many factors you need to consider. Soon you'll be able to ask Search to find the best yoga or Pilates studios in Boston and show you details on their intro offers and the walking time from Beacon Hill. As you
Yeah,
can
çok
see
güzel.
here, Google gets to work for you.
Bak burada
Finding the
multi-step
most relevant
çalıştırmaları çok
information
güzel
and
işte.
bringing it
Biraz da
together
generative
into your
UI
AI
göreceğiz
overview.
muhtemelen.
You get some studios with
Aynen.
great ratings and their introductory offers. And you can see the distance for
Güzel.
each. Like
Ads
this
koyabilecekleri
one,
bir
it's
şey
just a 10-minute walk
koymuşlar,
away.
yaratmışlar.
Right
Bak
below,
bunlar
you
çok
see where
iyi
they're
ya.
located,
İyi
laid out
rank tracking
visually.
için de güzel opportunity.
And you've got
Web'da
all
da
this from
güzel
just a
feature'ler
single
geliştirebiliriz bunlar üzerine. Müşterilerinizin
Under the
arayabileceği
hood, our
potansiyel
custom Gemini
aramalarda
model acts
sizin
as your AI
rankinginiz.
agent, using what we call multi-step reasoning. It breaks your bigger question down into all its parts, and it figures out which problems it needs to solve, and in what order. And thanks to our real-time info and ranking expertise, it reasons using
Ya
the
bu
highest
multi-step
quality.
reasoning olayı çok güzel. Arkada aslında bir agent çalışıyor.
So since
Sorularımızı
you're asking
parçalara
about
ayırıyor.
places, it taps
İlgili
into
yerlere
Google's index
soruyor.
of information
Bizim için
about the real
tek bir
world,
tasarımla
with
dönüyor.
over
Bu
250
text değil
million
sadece.
places, and updated in real time, including their ratings, reviews, business
Aynen
hours,
şu an
and
açık
more.
olan tantuni
Research that might have taken you
diyebileceğim
minutes or even
mekanlar
hours, Google can now do on your behalf in just seconds.
bana da 10 dakika yürüme mesafesinde.
Next, let me show you another way multi-step reasoning in Google Search
Güzel
can
ya,
make your
Google
life
bak
that
gene
much easier.
Google My Business'a entegre
planning,
etmeye
for example.
çalışmış.
Dreaming up trips and meal plans can be fun, but doing the work of actually figuring it all out? No, thank you. With Gemini and Search, Google does the planning with you. Planning is really hard for AI to get right. It's the type of problem that takes advanced reasoning and logic. After all, if you're meal planning, you probably don't want mac and cheese for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, my kids might, but say you're looking for a bit more variety. Now you can ask Search to create a 3-day meal plan for a group that's easy to prepare. And here you get a plan with a wide range of recipes from across the web. This one for overnight oats looks particularly interesting.
Çok güzel. Bunlar bayağı rank tracking pazarını çok güzel hareketlendirecek hareketler ya.
If you want to get more veggies in, you can simply ask Search to swap in a vegetarian
Ben
dish.
tabii kendi tarafından bakıyorum
And just like
arkadaşlar.
that, Search customizes your meal plan.
Çok iyi.
And you can export your meal plan or get the ingredients as a list just by tapping here.
Nasıl export ettiriyor acaba?
Looking ahead, you can imagine asking Google to add everything to your preferred shopping cart.
Yuh.
Then we're really cooking.
Yuh.
These planning
Haftanın
capabilities
yemek
Search will
planını
be able to
yaptık
help plan
arkadaşlar.
everything from
Sepete
meals and
attık ve
trips,
gradient'ları
parties,
içindekileri
dates,
sipariş
workout
ediyoruz.
routines, and more.
Bayağı güzel. Ya şimdi mesela iOS'ta Google app'ini kullanmam için daha makul nedenler olmaya başladı
You've seen
aslında.
how Google Search can help with
Tabii
increasingly
bunlar
complex
çok beklemeden
questions
çıkar
and
umarım.
planning. But what about all those times when you don't know exactly what to ask and you need some help brainstorming? When you come to search for ideas, you'll get more than an AI-generated answer. You'll get an entire AI-organized page, custom built for you and your question. Say you're heading to Dallas to celebrate your anniversary, and you're looking for the perfect restaurant. What you get here breaks AI out of the box, and it brings it to the whole page. Our Gemini model uncovers the most interesting angles for you to explore and organizes these results into these helpful
İlginçmiş.
clusters. Like you might never have considered restaurants with live music, or ones with historic charm.
İt. Sonuçları it
A model
aşağıya,
even
normal
uses
sonuçları.
contextual factors, like the time of the year.
Yok et.
So since it's warm in Dallas, you can get rooftop patios as an idea. And it pulls everything together into a dynamic whole page experience.
Ya bu Reddit anlaşmasını da gördük arada, farkındaysanız. Komünitedeki konuşmalar falan
When
diye.
you look for inspiration,
Reddit'e yatırım yapmak
starting
lazım.
with dining and recipes and coming to movies, music, books, hotels, shopping, and more.
Ne kadar tatlı bir nerd ya.
Today, you've seen how you can bring any question to search, and Google takes the work out of searching. But your questions aren't limited to words in a text box, and sometimes even that picture can't tell the whole story. Earlier, Demis showed you our latest advancements in video understanding, and I'm really excited to share that soon you'll be able to ask questions with video right in Google Search. Let me introduce Rose to show you this in a live demo.
Kardeşim API istiyoruz, API. Bize ne sizin feature'larınızdan ya? Biz ekmeğimizin
Thank you,
peşindeyiz.
Liz.
Güzel feature.
I have always run a record
Oo,
player.
çok güzel
And I
demo.
got this one and some vinyls at yard sale recently. But when I go to play it, this thing keeps sliding off. I have no idea how to fix it or where to even start. Before, I would have pieced together a bunch of searches to
Çok
try to figure
güzel.
this out. Like, what make is this record player? What's the model? And
Nasıl
what
bir
is this
çağda
thing
yaşıyoruz
actually
ya?
called? But now, I can just ask with a video. So let's try it. Let's do a live demo. I'm going to take a video and ask Google, why will this not stay in place? And in a near instant, Google gives me an AI overview. I guess some reasons this might be happening and steps I
Bak
can
gene
take to
referanslar
troubleshoot.
veriyor. Çok
So
güzel.
let's
Yani
like
grounding'i
first,
bırakmamaları çok
this
iyi
is
bir şey.
called
Web için de
atalım.
iyi bir şey.
Very helpful.
İşte
And it looks
diyorum
like
ya
it may be
Google'ın tıklatması
unbalanced, and there's
gerekiyor.
some really
Tıklatacak
helpful
ki
steps
reklamdan
here.
para
And I
kazanabilsin. O
love
yüzden
that because I'm new
çok da
to
kara
all this,
kaşımıza
I can
gözümüze
check
de
out this
değil
helpful
yani.
link from
Hoş
Audio
şu
Technica
bilgileri
to
sana
learn even
verdikten
more.
sonra oraya da niye
So
kliklemek isteyesin?
that was pretty quick. Yeah.
Yani gene herkes orada yer almaya çalışacak ama web'i de öldürüyor
Let me
yani.
walk you through
Bu da
what
bir
just
görünen bir
happened.
gerçek.
Thanks to a combination of our state-of-the-art speech models, our deep visual understanding, and our custom Gemini model, Search was able to understand the question I asked out loud, break down the video frame by frame. Each frame was fed into Gemini's long context window you heard about earlier today. So Search could then pinpoint the exact make and model
Güzel
of my
de
record player
dürüstçe söylemiş
and make
aslında.
sense of the motion across
Context window'u
frames
tek tek
to
besliyoruz
identify the
demiş.
toe arm was drifting. Search fanned out and combed the web to find relevant insights from articles, forums,
Çok başarılı.
videos, and more. And it stitched all of this together into my AI overview. The result was music to my ears. Back to you, Liz.
Güzel. Aslında video dediğimiz şey önemli değişimlerin picture'larını, imajlarını
Everything you
alıp
saw today is
feedliyor.
just a glimpse
Yani
how
context
we're
window da geniş
reimagining
olduğu
Google
için
search
daha
in
çok
the
resim de
Gemini era.
verebiliyorsun tabii.
We're taking the very best of what makes Google Google.
Ama bu imaj limitlerini
All the
API'den
reasons
kaldırmaları
why billions
lazım.
of
Bildiğim
people
kadarıyla
turn to
Cloudy'de
Google
de
search
GPT-4'te de 5
and have
imaj
relied
limiti
on us
var.
for decades. And we're bringing in the power of
Okunanı
Gemini's
gene
agentic
say da
capabilities.
yani o limiti de kaldırın
So
ki
Google will do
herkes
the
yapabilsin
searching,
buna bir şeyler.
the researching, the planning, the brainstorming, and so much more. All you need to do is just ask. You'll start to see these features rolling out in Search in the coming weeks. Opt into Search Labs to be among the first to try them out. Now let's take a look
Search
at how this all
Labs'i
comes
takip
together in Google
etmiyorsanız
Search.
gene
this year.
VPN'le girip bu tarz deneylerin parçası olabilirsiniz. VPN'le girmeniz ve kişisel bir Gmail hesabıyla gitmeniz gerekiyor. Yani küçük yayıncılar için çok iyi bir haber mi? Açıkçası bence değil. Görüyorsunuz değil mi? Sürekli bir referans verme eğilimi var. Hani bu demolar reklamsız ama her biri güzel bir reklam spotu Google için ve tıklama olmak zorunda yani. Bu da SEO dünyası açısından güzel bir şey yani. Hala bir optimizasyon için her zaman bir fırsat olabileceğini gösteriyor bize.
Why is the lever not moving all the way?
Şu videoları çektirip nasıl leak ettirmiyorlar? Harbiden ilginç. Yani Google diyor ki biz bir chat arayüzü değiliz kardeşim diyor. Biz bir search engine'iz ve elimizdeki bütün potansiyeli en iyi şekilde değerlendirip size en ideal deneyimi tasarlayan biz olacağız diyor. Bence OpenAI'nin de eksik yanı bu. Tamam yani çok daha güçlü modellerle büyük işler yapıyor ama Google halka indirme meselesini AI'yi önemsemiş gibi görünüyor. Aparna Papao.
Since last May, we've been hard at work making Gemini for Workspace even more helpful for businesses
Evet, şimdi
and
iş
consumers
dünyasını
across the
ilgilendiren
world.
Gemini işleri.
Tens of thousands of customers have been using
Şöyle Google
Help Me
Sheets'e
Write,
güzel şeyler gelsin
Help Me
ya.
Visualize, Help Me Organize since we launched. And now we're really excited that the new Gemini-powered side panel will be generally available next month. One of our customers is a local favorite right here in California, Sports Basement. They rolled out Gemini for Workspace to the organization, and this has helped improve the productivity of their customer support team by more than 30%. Customers love how Gemini grows participation in meetings with automatic language detection and real-time captions now expanding to 68 languages.
Yani fena çalışmıyor Türkçe'de ama bir whisper değil ama bunu real time yapmak da tabii ki kolay
We are
değil yani.
really excited about what Gemini 1.5 Pro unlocks for Workspace and AI Premium's customers. Let me start by showing you 3 new capabilities coming to Gmail Mobile. This is my Gmail account. Okay, there's an email up top from my husband. Help me sort out the roof repair thing, please. Now, we've been trying to find a contractor to fix our roof, and with work travel, I have clearly dropped the ball. It looks like there's an email thread on this with lots of emails that I haven't read. And luckily for me, I can simply tap the summarize option up top and skip reading this long back and forth. Now, Gemini pulls up this helpful mobile card as an overlay, and this is where I can read a nice summary of all the salient information that I need to know. So I see here that we have a quote from Jeff at Green Roofing, and he's ready to start. Now, I
Bol
know
bol
we
özet
had other
geç
bids,
denilecek
and I don't
herhalde.
remember the details. Previously, I would have had to do a number of searches in Gmail and then remember and compare information across different emails. Now, I can simply type out my question right here in the mobile card and say something like, compare my roof repair bids by price and availability. This new Q&A feature makes it so easy to get quick answers on anything in my inbox. For example, when are my shoes arriving, or what time do doors open for the Knicks game, without having to first search Gmail, then open the email, and then look for the specific information and attachments, and so on. Anyway, back to my roof. It looks like Gemini has found details that I got
Çok iyi.
from 2 other
Tek bir email
contractors in
threadinde çatımı tamir
completely different
ettirmek
email
istiyorum. Bir
threads,
sürü
and
insanla
I have this
görüşmüşüm.
really nicely
Al
organized
teklifleri
summary,
işte
and I
summarize
can do a
et
quick
diyorum.
comparison.
Bana hızlıca bir özet
So
veriyor.
it seems like Jeff's quote was right in the
Güzel.
middle. He can start immediately. So green roofing it is. I'll open that last email from Jeff and confirm the project. And look at that.
Ya bu dünyadaki
I see
üretkenliği
some
gerçekten
suggested
çok
replies from
arttıracak bir
Gemini.
şey.
Now, what is really neat about this evolution of
Bu
smart
feature'lar hep
replies is
düşünülmüştü
that it's
Ufuk.
contextual.
Feature'lar hep
Gemini
düşünülmüştü.
understood the back and forth in that thread and that Jeff was
Güzel,
ready
güzel,
to
çok
start.
iyi.
So offers me a few
Çok iyi.
customized options based on that context. So, here I see I have declined the service, suggest a new time. I'll choose
Farkında
proceed and
mısınız? Bütün
confirm
güzel
time.
gelişmeler hep mobile geliyor.
I can
Desktop
even
için
see a
çok
preview
böyle
of the full
yenilikçi
reply
çarpıcı şeyler
simply by long pressing.
pek göremiyoruz.
This looks
Google hala
reasonable,
cümleyi
so I'll
tamamlıyor.
hit send.
Birer kelimeyle öneride bulunuyor
These
falan.
new capabilities in Gemini and Gmail will start rolling out this month to Labs users.
Temmuz'u bulacakmış arkadaşlar. Contextual Smart Reply güzel bir kafa.
Okay, so
Bizim de
one of the
backlog'umuzda
really neat
vardı.
things about workspace apps like Gmail, Drive, Docs, Calendar is how well they work together. And in our daily lives, we often have information that flows from one app to another, like, say, adding a calendar entry from Gmail or creating reminders from a spreadsheet tracker. But what if Gemini could make these journeys totally seamless? Perhaps even automate them for you entirely. So let me show you what I mean with a real-life example. My sister is a self-employed photographer, and her inbox is full of appointment bookings, receipts, client feedback on photos, and so much more. Now, if you're a freelancer or a small business, you really want to focus on your craft and not on bookkeeping and logistics. So let's go to her inbox and take a look. Lots of unread emails. Let's click on the first one.
Korkunç. Hepimizin kabusu.
We've got a PDF that's an attachment
Evet,
from a
işte
hotel
bu,
as a
işte
receipt,
bu. Çok
and I
güzel.
see a suggestion in the side panel. Help me organize and track my receipts.
Yani bu o kadar
Let's
iyi
click on
olur
this
ki.
prompt.
Her ay
Side panel
fatura
now
vermekten
will show
artık
me more
hayatım
details
kaydı
about what that
yani.
really means. And as you can see, there's 2 steps here. Step 1, create a Drive folder and put this receipt and 37 others it's found
Hazal bunu
into
beğendi.
that folder. Makes sense. Step 2, extract the relevant information from those receipts in that folder into a new spreadsheet.
Vallahi Allah
Now,
razı
this
olsun.
sounds
Daha bugün
useful.
konuştuk.
Why
Dedim
not?
yani ben şu
I also
faturaları
have the
düzgün
option
toplayan
to edit
bir
these
şey
actions
çıksa
or
keşke
just hit
Shada ben
OK.
take my
So
money
let's
yani.
hit OK.
O kadar çileli ki her ay
Gemini
muhasebeye
will
çift
now
fatura
complete the 2
toplamak.
steps described above.
İşte
And this is
böyle
where it gets
hareketler
even better.
bekliyoruz ya Google senden.
Gemini offers you the option to automate this so
Çok
that
çok şey
this
hızlanacak
particular
ya.
workflow
Çok
is
iyi.
run on all future emails, keeping your Drive folder and expense sheet up to date
Bir de
with
kalıcı
no
bir
effort from
otomasyon
you.
fırsatı vaat ediyor bize bir yandan da. Bu da bayağı ilgi çekici bir diğer detay.
Now, we know that creating a complex spreadsheet like this can be daunting for most people. But with this automation, Gemini does the hard work of extracting all the right information from all the files and in that folder and
Mükemmel.
generates the sheet for you.
Mükemmel. Daha bugün bunu
let's
Burak'la
take a look.
konuştuk.
Okay, it's super well organized and it even has a category for expense type.
Obsesifler için
Now,
yepyeni bir
we have
hayat
this
başlıyor
sheet.
arkadaşlar.
Things can get even more fun. We can ask Gemini questions.
Hadi
Questions
bakalım.
like, show me where the money is spent. Gemini not only analyzes the data from the sheet, but also creates a nice visual to help me see the complete breakdown by category. And you can imagine how this extends to all sorts of use cases in your inbox, like travel expenses, shopping, remodeling
başarılı değil mi
projects, you
arkadaşlar?
name it. All of that information in Gmail can be put to good use and help you work, plan, and play better. Now, this particular... I know.
Alkışlayın kadın, ne güzel şeyler gösterdi ya.
This particular ability to organize your attachments in Drive and generate a sheet and do data analysis via Q&A.
Ben çok beğendim. Ellerinize sağlık. September. Ya ama en azından netsiniz.
One of the
Bu da
many
çok güzel.
automations that we're working on in Workspace. Workspace in the Gemini era will continue to unlock new ways of getting things done. We're building advanced agentive experiences, including customizing how you use Gemini. Now, as we look to 2025 and beyond, we're exploring entirely new ways of working with AI. Now, with Gemini, you have an AI-powered assistant always at your side. But what if you could expand how you interact with AI? For example, when we work with other people, we mention them in comments in docs, or we send them emails, we have group chats with them, etc. And it's not just how we collaborate with each other, but we each have a specific role to play in the team. And as the team works together, we build a set of collective experiences and context to learn from each other. We have the combined set of skills to draw from when we need help. So how could we introduce AI into this mix and build on this shared expertise? Well, here's one way. We're prototyping a virtual Gemini-powered teammate. This teammate has an identity, a workspace account, along with a specific role and
Eşekle
objective.
bak.
Let me bring Tony up to show you what I mean. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Aparna.
Güzel. Yani
Hey, everyone.
bunlar
Okay,
birazcık bu
so let me
tarz
start
bir
by showing you how we set
AI
up this
kafası
virtual teammate.
bir şey yapmışlar
As you
sanırım.
can see, the teammate has its very own account, and
Siteleri
we can go
böyle
ahead and
miydi
give it a name.
bilmiyorum
We'll do
da.
something fun like
Krevai.com'muş.
Chip. Chip's been given a specific job role with a set of descriptions on how to be
What
helpful to
the-
the team. You can see that here. And some of the jobs are to monitor and track projects. We've listed a few out. To organize information and provide context, and a few more things. Now that we've configured our virtual teammate, let's go ahead and see Chip in
İşte bu
action.
ya.
To do that, I'll
İşte
switch
bu
us over here
çok
to
güzel
Google Chat.
düşünmüşsünüz. Helal olsun size.
First, when planning for an event like I/O, we have a ton of
Herkesin bir
tasks for
tane
various
AI'yı
purposes.
var. Kendi
Luckily for me,
promptladığı.
Chip is in all of them.
Düşünsenize.
To quickly catch up, I might ask a question like, anyone know if our I/O storyboards are approved?
Google'ın chat uygulaması var mı ya? Sürekli
Because
adım
we've instructed
değiştiriyorlar.
Chip to track this project, Chip searches across all the conversations and knows to respond with an answer. There it is. Simple, but very helpful. Now,
Bayağı iyi,
as
bayağı
the
iyi.
team adds Chip to more group chats, more files, more email threads, Chip builds a collective memory of our work together. Let's look at an example. To show you, I'll switch over to a different room. How about Project Sapphire over here? And here we are discussing a product release coming up. And as usual, many pieces are still in flight. So I can go ahead and ask, are we on track for launch? Chip gets to work not only searching through everything it has access to, but also synthesizing what's found and coming back with an up-to-date response. There it is. a clear timeline, a nice summary, and notice even in this first message here, Chip flags a potential issue the team should be aware of. Because we're in a group space, everyone can follow along, anyone can jump in at any time, as you see someone just did, asking Chip to help create a doc to help address the issue. A task like this could take me hours, dozens of hours. Chip can get it all done.
Çok iyi yani karakterin
Sending the doc over
özelleştirilebilir
right when it's ready.
olmasına ben bayağı
So much
düştüm.
of this practical helpfulness comes from how we've customized Chip to our team's needs and how seamlessly this AI is integrated
Aynen.
directly into where we're already working.
Bayağı güzel. Bir nevi prompt yazmak gibi işte ya. Bir karakteri davet ediyorsun aslında. Bu bilgilere sahip olan. Yani bu custom GPT gibi kötü isimlendirmeler yerine Google olayı biraz daha Apple gibi sonradan girip daha düzgün yapma kafalarına girmiş. Ve bence bayağı da başarılı olmuş. Ya benim kafama daha çok oturdu. Aksiyon da alabilen bir asistan. Senin için belli işleri yapan. Çok
We're
güzel.
excited about where this is headed, so stay tuned. And as Gemini and its capabilities continue to evolve, we're diligently bringing that power directly
Çok
into
güzel.
Workspace to make all our users more productive and creative, both at home and at work. And now, over to Sissy to tell you more about Gemini app.
Yani artık ilginç bir app görelim Sisi. Dün OpenAI etkinliği bayağı
Our vision for
hareketliydi.
the Gemini app is to be the most helpful personal AI assistant by giving you direct access to Google's latest AI models. Gemini can help you learn, create, code, and anything else you can imagine. And over the past year, Gemini has put Google's AI in the hands of millions of people with experiences designed for your phone and the web. We also launched Gemini Advanced, our premium subscription for access to the latest AI innovations from Google. Today, we'll show you how Gemini is delivering our most intelligent
Google
AI
yakalayamadı bu Gemini'de
Let's
istediği
start with the
brandingi
Gemini
ya.
app, which
Yani
is
bir
redefining
ChatGPT
how we
değil
interact
kimsenin
with
gözünde.
AI.
İşin kötüsü
It's
şu
natively
saatten sonra
multimodal, so you
ağzıyla
can
kuş
use
tutsa da
text, voice, or your
çok
phone's
sallamayacak
camera to
insan da
express
bayağı
yourself
var yani.
naturally.
İnsanların o
And
ilk
this summer,
hissiyatları
you
da
can have
biraz
an
kritik
in-depth
oluyor ya.
conversation with Gemini using your voice. We're calling this new experience live. Using Google's latest speech models, Gemini can better understand you and answer naturally. You can even interrupt while Gemini is responding, and it will adapt to your speech patterns. And this is just the beginning. We're excited to bring the speed gains and video understanding capabilities from Project Astra to the Gemini app. When you go live, you'll be
Later
able to
this
open your
year.
camera so Gemini can see
Senenin
what you
sonuna
see
doğru.
and respond to your
Tasarımları
surroundings in real
yaptırmışlar.
time.
Storyboardlar
Now, the way I use
çalışılmış.
Gemini isn't the way you
Umarım
use Gemini.
feature'da
So we're
yapılıyordur bir
rolling out a
yandan.
new feature that lets you customize it for your own needs and create personal experts on any topic you want. We're calling these gems. They're really simple to set up. Just tap to create a gem, write your instructions once, and come back whenever you need it. For example, here's a gem that I created that acts as a personal writing coach. It specializes in
Evet
short
evet.
stories with
Serdar ben de
mysterious
çok
twists,
beğendim Virtual
and it
Team
even
Meet'i.
builds on the story drafts in my Google Drive. I call it the Cliffhanger Curator. Now, gems are a great time saver when you have specific ways that you want to interact with Gemini again and again. Gems will roll out in the coming months, and our trusted testers are already finding so many creative ways to put them to use. They can act as your yoga bestie, your personal sous chef, a brainy calculus tutor, a peer reviewer for your code, and so much more. Next,
Bak,
I'll show you how Gemini is taking a step closer to being a
Gems'i
true AI assistant
Custom
by
GPT rakibi
planning
olarak
and taking
koymuşlar
actions for
ama
you.
Custom GPT
Now, we all
gibi bir
know
ürünü
that
alıp
chatbots
içeriye
can
koyarken onu bir
exist through
karakter gibi
expectation, but
kullanmışlar.
there's a lot more that goes into
Yani UX
planning a
açısından
great
da
trip.
güzel ince detaylar
It
var.
requires reasoning that considers space-time logistics and the intelligence to prioritize and make decisions. That reasoning and intelligence all come together in the new trip planning experience in Gemini Advanced. Now, it all starts with a prompt. Okay, so here we go. We're going to Miami. My son loves art, my husband loves seafood, and our flight and hotel details are already in my Gmail inbox. Now,
Serdar
there's a
küçük
lot going on
startuplar
in
için
that
işe
prompt.
yarar mı
Everyone
demiş.
has their own things that they want to do.
Yani
To make
iletişimi
sense of
büyük
these variables,
şirketlerde tabii
Gemini
daha çok
starts by
iş görür
gathering
bence.
all kinds of information
Ama
from
tabii çok
search and
yani
helpful
becerikli bir
extensions
insan
like
olmayacak
maps
gibi
and email.
görünüyor.
It uses
Sonuçta
that data to create a
bir
dynamic graph
aksiyon
of
alabileceği bir
possible
şey
travel options,
tanımlamamışlar
taking
sanırım.
into account all of my
Sadece
priorities
belirli
and
knowledge'a
constraints.
bakıp karar verebiliyor.
The end result is a
Ben o şekilde
personalized
yorumladım.
vacation plan presented in Gemini's new dynamic UI. Now, based on my flight information,
Ya bu
Gemini
arada
knows
bunların
that I
hepsi
needed
too
2.5
much
day
UI
itinerary.
change arkadaşlar ya.
And you can see how Gemini
Hani
uses spatial data to make decisions.
İnsanlar bunlara nasıl
Our flight
alışacak?
lands in the late
Daha
afternoon,
hala
so Gemini
dünyada çoğu
skips a
doğru
big
düzgün
activity that
ChatGPT
day
kullanan
and finds
insanların
a highly rated
sayısı
sushi restaurant
azken
close to our hotel. Now on Sunday,
ben
we
bayağı
have a jam-packed
adaptasyonu
day.
yavaş olacağını
I
düşünüyorum.
like these
İnsanlarda bir
recommendations, but my
AI
family
şeyi
likes to
var.
sleep in. So I tap to change the start
Çekingenliği
time,
var
and
hala daha.
just like that, Gemini
Nedense.
adjusted my itinerary for the rest of the trip. It moved our walking tour to the next day and added lunch options near the street art museum to make the most of our Sunday
Ya
afternoon.
çok güzel plan yapmışsın yani 10 numara.
It would have taken me
Düşünsene
hours
bir
of work,
geziye
checking
gidiyorsun.
multiple
Hani bu kadar net
sources,
bir plan.
figuring out schedules,
Google Maps'ine
and Gemini did
entegre.
this in a fraction
Senin
of the
için
time.
oluşturuyor.
This new trip
Chat
planning
oraya
series will be
çekiyorsun.
rolling
Çok
out to Gemini
dünya
Advanced this
açısından
summer,
bir sürü şey
just in time
yapılır.
to help you plan your own
İlginç
Labor
bir
Day
yaz
weekend.
olacak. Evet, 1.25 hızında izleme lüksümüz nihayet sona erdi
All
arkadaşlar.
right, we saved the
1x'e
best for
döndük.
last.
Yakaladık çünkü yayını.
You heard Sundar say earlier that starting today, Gemini Advanced
Bir anda
subscribers
nasıl
get
yavaşladı,
access
değil mi?
to Gemini 1.5 Pro with 1 million tokens. That is the longest context window of any chatbot in the world.
Kardeşim bir reasoning kapasitesinden bahset, bir needle
It
stack
unlocks incredible new potential
benchmarkından,
in
haystack
AI, so you can
benchmarkından
tackle
bahset.
complex problems
Onlar yok.
that were previously
1 milyar
unimaginable.
vereceğiz de
You can upload a PDF
ne
up to
kadarını işleyecek,
1,500
gerçekten
pages
anlayacak,
long,
hatırlayacak geriye dönük olarak.
or multiple files
Bu da
to
bayağı
get
kritik.
insights
Benim
across a
için
project.
context size'dan daha önemli.
And soon
Tabii
you
ki
can upload
çok
as much
kısa
as
context size
30,000 lines of code or even an
büyük bir
hour-long
repoyu verip
video.
coşturabilmek
Gemini
açısından
Advanced
hoş.
is the only chatbot that lets you process this amount of information. Now
Evet.
just imagine how useful this will be for
API'da çok
students.
pahalı bu arada yani.
Let's
Kendilerinin
say you've
bedava
spent
vermesi
months
güzel
on your
ama
thesis and you could really use a fresh perspective. You can upload your entire thesis, your sources, your notes,
Çok
your
iyi.
research, and soon interview audio recordings and videos too. So Gemini has all of this context to give you actionable advice. It can dissect your main points, identify improvements, and even role play as your professor. So you can feel confident in your work. And check out what Gemini Advanced can do with your spreadsheets, with the new data analysis feature launching in the coming weeks. Maybe you have a side hustle selling handcrafted products, but you're a better artist than accountant, and it's really hard to understand which products are worth your time.
ya bunların hepsi çok
Simply
güzel de
upload all
insanlar
of
bu
your
tarz soruları
spreadsheets
hiç
and ask
sormuyorlar
Gemini
ya.
to
Yani
visualize your earnings
iş kültürünün
and help
içine
you
bu olayı
understand your
bir
profit.
nitelikleyemedik yani. Ben çok
Gemini goes to
bilmiyorum.
work calculating your returns
Çok
and pulling its
önemsiyorum böyle
analysis
şeyler.
together
Bence çok
into a
heyecan verici
single
ama
chart so you can
gerçekten
easily understand
ihtiyacını
which
ben gidip de
products
bu
are
dataları bu
really
şekilde
paying
yapacağım.
off.
İnsanlar hala
Now,
eski
behind the
yöntemleri kullanmayı
scenes,
tercih
Gemini
ediyorlar
writes
ve bu
custom
bayağı bir
Python
zaman
code
alacak gibi
to
yani.
crunch these numbers.
Bak Code
And of
Interpreter
course,
gibi
your
bir şey de
files are
yapmış
not
işin
used to
içerisine.
train our models.
Aynen.
Oh, and just one more thing. Later this year, we'll be doubling the long context window to 2 million tokens.
Yani 1 milyon tokenla 2 milyon token arasında benim için çok
We
gözlemlenebilir.
absolutely
Son
can't wait
kullanıcı
for you
olarak
to try all of
bir
this
fark
for
yok
yourself.
zaten.
Gemini
Ne
is
yapacağım? Bütün
continuing to
gün
evolve and improve
konuşmalarımı
at
ben
a
toplasam
breakthrough
zaten
pace.
20.000
We're
token
making
etmez
Gemini
yani.
more multimodal, more agentive, and more intelligent with the capacity to process the most
İmaj
information
input'u
of
açısından
any
güzel. Bir
chatbot
de
in the world.
kodlu komple
And as you
bir
heard
repoyu
earlier, we're
vermek,
also
komple bir kod
expanding
base'i
Gemini
verip soru
Advanced to
sormak
over
açısından güzel tabii
35
ki.
supported languages available today.
Bu arada Google'un da hiç developerlarla işbirliği yapabileceği bir platform yok, farkında mısınız? Olayı da Microsoft götürüyor yani.
But
Kitapla
of
kitap.
course, what makes Gemini so compelling is how easy it is to do just about anything you want with a simple prompt. Let's take a look.
Enter prompt here.
Al Serdar, ses istiyordun,
Okay,
ses
check it out.
sana.
All right. How about generate an image of a cat playing guitar?
Is that how it works? Am I doing AI?
Yeah, it just does whatever you type.
What a last minute gift ideas you can make
Cringe
with
bir
arts
reklam
and
yapmışsınız
crafts.
ya.
And a workout routine.
Ben bu cringe'e nasıl dayanacağım ya?
Help me think of titles for my tell-all memoir.
What's something smart I can
Teknoloji
say
şirketine
about
yakışıyor mu?
Renoir?
Generate another image of a cat playing guitar.
If a girl calls me a
O
snack,
trend
how do
çoktan
I
geçti.
reply?
That's how it works. You're doing AI.
Make this email sound more
Cringe,
professional
çok cringe.
before I hit send.
Yapmayın bunu.
What's a good
Ben
excuse
canlı
to
yayındayken
cancel dinner
yapmayın.
with my friends?
We're literally sitting right here.
Akbank reklamı gibi olmuş ya. Bu ne abi ya? İyi mi sizce bu reklam şimdi? Yani ne olmuş? Şimdi hepiniz çok neşelenip prompt mu yazmak? Hangi duygu?
Just generate an image of a cat playing guitar.
You know I can do other stuff, right?
Öldük Cringe'den bugün de. Chatimiz çok sessiz arkadaşlar.
Hi everyone.
Twitter'da nasıl
It's
600
great to
kişi
be
izliyor
back
olabilir
at Google
ya?
I/O.
Bot mu
Today,
basıyorsunuz? Ne
you've
yapıyorsunuz?
seen how AI is transforming our products across Gemini, Search, Workspace, and more.
Toparlayın
We're
artık,
bringing
aynen
all these
yemek yiyeceğim,
innovations
acıktım.
right onto your Android phone. And we're going even further to make Android the best
Kıyamam,
place
bu adama
to
Android'i
experience Google
vermişler
AI.
ya. Adamın işi
This
çok
new
zor.
era of AI is a profound
Yani çok
opportunity
ön yargılı
to
bir
make
ürün ya.
smartphones
Ben buradan sonra
truly
biraz geyik
smart.
yapacağım arkadaşlar. Çok ciddi
Our phones
izlemek
have come
isteyen
a
yayın
long way in a
yapacaklar.
short time, but if you think about it,
Android'e
it's
saygım
been
var
years
burada.
since the user
Eski
experience has
Apple
fundamentally
hate'liyimdir.
transformed.
Ama eski.
This is a once in a generation moment to reinvent
Sağ ol Recep'ciğim,
what
aynen
phones
konuştuğumuz
can do.
gibi yayından önce. Kaç paraydı
So
500
we've embarked
takipçi?
on a multi-year journey to
50
reimagine
liraya
Android
almışımdır.
with
Reyhan.
AI at the core. And it starts with 3 breakthroughs you'll see this year. First, we're putting AI-powered search right at your fingertips, creating entirely new ways to get the answers you need. Second, Gemini is becoming your new AI assistant on Android, there to help you anytime. And third, we're harnessing on-device AI to unlock new experiences that work as fast as you do
Güzel.
while keeping your sensitive data private. Let's start with AI-powered search.
Şu yani
Earlier this year,
LLM
we took an
kafasını da pek
important
anlamıyorum.
first step
İnsanlar
at
niye bu
Samsung
kadar AI'ya
Unpacked by
sorunun
introducing
görünmesin diye bu
Circle
kadar
to
kasıyorlar ki ya.
It brings the best of search directly into the user experience. So
Aa.
you can go deeper on anything you see on your phone.
Bak çok
without
güzel.
switching
Bu
apps.
çok güzel. Ekranımda bir şey yapıyorum, hemen her an
Home
circle'layabiliyorum.
chefs are discovering
Yani her an
new ingredients.
circle'ladığımda asistan mı
And
gelecek?
with our latest update,
Ama sadece Google
never been
app'inde değil, her
easier to
yerde.
translate whatever's on your screen, like a social post in another language. And there are even more ways Circle to Search can help.
Bence havalı.
One thing we've heard from
Ya
students
zaten
is
Android
that
bu arada
they're
güzel
doing more of their
feature'lar da yapıyor.
schoolwork
Yani şimdi görmüş
directly
gibi
on their
oldum ama
phones and tablets. So we thought, could Circle to Search be your perfect study buddy? Let's say my son needs help with a tricky physics word problem, like this one. My first thought is, oh boy, it's been a while since I've thought about kinematics. If he's stumped on this question, instead of putting me on the
avukatlar alt
spot,
tarafı
he
doldurmuş
can
bak.
circle the exact part he's stuck on and get
Bak bu
step-by-step
circle olayı çok hoş
instructions
olmuş arkadaşlar bence.
right where he's already doing the work. Of course.
Bayağı havalı.
Final velocity equals initial velocity
Apple
plus
izle,
acceleration
izle.
times elapsed time. Right.
30 gibi şey yapıyorsun.
I was just about to
Ya
say
yok
that.
bir şey yok. Siri
Seriously,
kullanan
though,
var mı?
I love how it shows how to solve
Hey
the
Siri,
problem.
set an alarm for 7 a.m.
This new capability is available
Başka da bir işe yaramıyor.
today. And later this year, Circle to Search will be able to tackle more complex problems involving symbolic formulas, diagrams, graphs, and more.
10 numara özellik. Hadi
Circle to
geçelim.
Search is
Vallahi
only on
beğendik.
Android. It's available on more than 100 million devices today, and we're on track to double that by the end
Zaten
of the year.
Android 100 milyon değil mi? Şaka şaka. Android'in pazarının daha geniş olduğunu biliyorum Apple'dan.
You've already heard from Sissy
Bizim
about the
sektörde o kadar
incredible updates coming to the Gemini
popüler
app.
değil.
On
Android
Android,
fanları hadi beni
Gemini is so
kitlesinler
much
ya
more.
chatten.
It's becoming a foundational part of the Android experience. Here's Dave to share more.
Kitlediniz bizi, kitlediniz. Vallahi kitlediniz.
Hey everyone. A couple of months ago, we launched Gemini on Android. And like Circle to Search, Gemini works at the system level. So instead of going to a separate app, I can bring Gemini right to what I'm doing. Now, we're making Gemini context aware.
Apple'ı
So it
challenge
can
etmesi açısından
anticipate
bence
what you're
çok
trying to
değerli.
do and provide more helpful suggestions in the moment. In other words, to be a more helpful assistant. So let me show you how this works. And I have my shiny new Pixel 8a here to help me.
Şu telefonun güzelliğine bakın
So my
tasarımına.
friend Pete is asking if I want to play pickleball this weekend. And I know how to play
Arkadaki çizgi
tennis,
falan.
sort of. I had to say that for the demo.
Android'in
But I'm
tasarım
new to
dili.
this pickleball
O
thing.
gradient.
So I'm going to reply and try to be funny. And I'll say, is that like
Oğuz burada mısın
tennis,
Oğuz?
but with pickles? This will be actually a lot funnier with a meme. So let me bring up Gemini to help with that. And I'll
Görüldü mü
say,
attı Gemini?
create
Ben,
image
Pete
of
attı. Tamam
tennis
pardon.
with pickles.
Şimdi
Now,
bir tane
one new thing you'll
görünce
notice is that the Gemini window now hovers in place above the app so that I stay in the flow. Okay, so that generates some pretty good images. What's nice is I can then drag and drop any of these directly into the Messages app below. So, like so. Cool, let me send that.
güzel güzel geyik
All
yaparken
right,
şey
so Pete was
yaptım da.
typing, and he says, he's sending me a video
Ya
on how
bu
to play
AI ile
pickleball.
herkes
All right, thanks,
birbirini,
Pete. Let's
birbirini
tap on
asla
that.
görmeyeceği, okumayacağı
That launches
şeyler atıyor ya.
YouTube. But you know, I only have one or
Product'tan
two burning
komentleri gibi.
questions about the game.
Herkes böyle
I
Product'tan
can bring up Gemini to
comment
help
yazıyor
with
ya.
that.
O da
And
ona AI ile cevap
because it's
veriyor.
context aware, Gemini knows I'm looking at a video,
Kimsenin
so it
uğraşacak,
proactively
gelecek
shows me an
vakti yok.
Ask This Video chip. So let me tap on that. And now I can ask specific questions about the video. So for example, what can't type the two bounce rule?
Canlı bir
Because that's
demoda
something that
görebildik
I've heard about,
arkadaşlar
but don't quite
nihayet.
understand in the game. By
Eğer
the way,
adam
this uses
ekrana
signals
atıyormuş
like
gibi
YouTube's
yapmıyorsa
captions, which means you can use it on billions of videos. So give it a moment, and there. I get a nice
gelmese ne
succinct
kötü
answer.
olur ya.
The ball must bounce once on each side of the
Eskiden
court
demolarda böyle
after
şeyler
a serve.
tolere ediliyordu da.
Cool. Let me go back to
Arkadaşlar
messages.
dediğim gibi biraz
And
cıvıtacağım
Pete
bundan
followed up,
sonra.
and he says,
Çünkü Android
"You're an
zaten
engineer,
pek
so here's the official rule
kullanmıyorum.
book
Bir de
for pickleball." Okay.
sıkılmaya başladım.
Thanks,
1,5 saat oldu.
Pete's very helpful, by the way. Okay, so we tap on that, launches a PDF. That's an 84-page PDF. I don't know how much time Pete thinks I have. Anyway, us engineers, as you all know, like to work smarter, not harder. So instead of trolling through this entire document, I can pull up Gemini to help. And again, Gemini anticipates what I need and offers me an Ask This PDF option. So if I tap on that, Gemini now ingests all of the rules to become a pickleball expert. And that means I can ask very esoteric questions, like, for example,
Twitch'te beni neden bir
spins,
kişi izliyor arkadaşlar?
serves
Twitch'ten beni kim izliyor?
allowed? And let's
Twitch'te
do
değilim
that,
ki.
because I've heard that rule may be changing.
Tıkladım
Now,
çıktı.
because I'm a Gemini Advanced user, this works on any PDF and takes full advantage of the long context window. And there's
Güzelmiş.
just lots of times when that's useful. For example, let's say you're looking for a quick answer in an appliance user manual. And there you have it. It turns out, nope, spin serves are not allowed. So Gemini not only gives me a clear answer to my question, it also shows me exactly where in the
Bakalım
PDF
Apple
folder
nasıl sunacak bu özellikleri insanları sıkmadan, baymadan. WWDC'de de bir yayın yaparız.
So that's a few of the ways that we're
Ürün
enhancing Gemini
lansmanlarında,
to be more
developer tool'ların
context-aware
lansmanları
and helpful in
çok
the
daha
moment.
eğlenceli oluyor ya.
And what you've seen here
Ya da böyle teknik
are
I.O.
the
gibi
first of really many new ways
farklı
that
alanlardaki
Gemini will
gelişmelerin
unlock
anlatıldığı.
new experiences at the system level.
Zaten artık
And
hardware
they're only available
kaldı
on
ki.
Android.
Daha
You'll see
iyi
these
kamera,
and more coming to
daha
hundreds
iyi
of billions
kamera,
of
daha iyi
devices
kamera
over the
yani.
next couple of months.
Ekranın başına bir tane havalı
Now,
kelime.
building
Ekranda
Google AI
ekran
directly into
tıkıyor
the
sonradan.
OS elevates the entire
Yalnız
smartphone
Google'un LED'ine
experience.
baksanıza ne kadar güzel.
And Android is the first mobile
Kenarları
operating
şey,
system to
LED
include a built-in
yaptırmış
on-device foundation model. This lets us bring Gemini goodness from the data center right into your pocket.
Uçakta
so the experience
kullanabiliriz.
is faster while also protecting your privacy. Starting with Pixel later this year, we'll be expanding what's possible with our latest
Apple'dan da
model,
tam olarak bunu
Gemini
bekliyorum
Nano
ben.
with multimodality.
OpenAI
This means your
partnership'i
phone can
diyorlar
understand the
Apple
world the
için.
way you understand it. So not
Bloomberg'da
just through text
Macrumber'da
input,
gördüm.
but also through sights,
Netleşen bir şey var mı
sound, and
acaba?
spoken language. Let me give you an example. 2.2 billion people experience blindness or low vision.
Dev sıkıldık.
So several years ago, we developed TalkBack, an accessibility feature that helps people navigate their phone through touch and spoken feedback. Helping with images is especially important. In fact, my colleague Caro, who uses TalkBack, will typically come across 90 unlabeled images per day. Thankfully, TalkBack makes them accessible.
Apple
And
eğer
now
bu
we're
işi
taking that to the
OpenAI ile
next level
yaparsa
with the multimodal
Google'a
capabilities
çok
of
büyük bir
Gemini
hareket çekmiş
Nano.
olur.
So when
Bence
someone sends
OpenAI de
Kara
bu
a photo,
partiyi açık
she'll get a
davranır ama ben
richer and clearer
Apple'ın çok
description of
MacBook
what's
için böyle bir
happening.
şey yapacağını
Or
düşünmüyorum.
let's say Kara was shopping online for an outfit. Now she can get a crystal clear description of the style and cut to find the perfect look. Running Gemini Nano on
Keşke biraz
device
daha
helps
accessibility'ye de
minimize
odaklansalar.
the
Aslında
latency.
bütün bunlar
And the model even
bu
works when
görme
there's no
engelliler
network
için,
connection.
işitme
These
engelliler
improvements
için
to
çok
TalkBack
güzel
are coming later
fırsatlar
this year.
yaratıyor yani.
Let me show you another
Pek
example
o
of
yüzden
what on-device AI can
güzel,
unlock.
değerli bir ürün.
People lost more
Yıllarca
than
çünkü
$1 trillion
engellerin bir
in
numaralı
fraud last
tercihiydi.
year. And as scams
En
continue to
azından
evolve
dünyayı da
across
geliştirsin
text,
yani.
phone
Sadece
calls, and even
birilerini zengin
videos,
etmez.
Android
Streaming
can help
dışında da
protect you
faydalar
from the
olsun.
bad guys, no matter how they try to reach you. So let's say I get rudely interrupted by an unknown caller right in the middle of my presentation. Hello?
Hi, I'm calling from Safemore Bank Security Department. Am I speaking to Dave?
Yeah, this is Dave, kind of in the middle of something.
We've detected some suspicious activity on your account. It appears someone is trying to make unauthorized charges.
Adam ezberlemiş lan.
Oh
Bak
yeah,
bu da
what
çok
kind of
cringe.
charges?
Adamın onu
I can't give you specifics over the
aynen
phone,
söylemesi
but
lazım.
to protect your account, I'm going to help you transfer your money to a secure account we've set up for you.
And look at this. My
Şey,
phone gives me a warning that this call might be a scam.
dinliyor seni konuşman sırasında. Baktı adam tokatçı olabilir. Enişten borç istiyor mesela aramışsın.
Gemini Nano alerts me the second it detects
scam
suspicious
yazıyor.
activity, like a bank
Bank
asking me to
will
move
never
my money
atıyor.
to keep it safe.
Enişteme para
And
gönder
everything
ya da
happens
end call.
right on my phone. So the audio processing stays
Eniştem yok
completely
bu arada, o
private
yüzden
to me
rahat
and
konuşuyorum.
on my device. We're currently testing this feature and we'll have more
Güzel
updates to
yani.
share later this summer.
Özellikle şimdi AI ile geçen ben şey
We're really just scratching the
Selçuk
surface
Bayraktar'ın
of the
sesinin
kinds of
üstüne
fast, private
fakelemişler.
experiences
İşte
that
yatırım yapın
on-device AI
bilmem ne.
unlocks.
Ruhi çenete yapmışlar
Later this
falan.
year,
Bayağı
Gemini will be
önemli
able to
olacak
more
aslında. O
deeply
yüzden on-device
understand
AI'nin
the
bunları
content of
yakalaması
the
lazım.
screen
Bu
without
bence
any
hepsi çok
information
güzel
leaving your
gelişmeler bu arada
phone,
Android adına.
thanks to the on-device model.
Bence WWDC'de de bu tarz
So
şeyler
remember that
göreceğiz gibi
pickleball
daha çok.
example earlier? Gemini and Android will be able to automatically understand the conversation and provide relevant suggestions, like where to find pickleball clubs near me. And this is a powerful concept that will work across many apps on your phone. In fact, later today, at the developer keynote, you'll hear about how we're empowering our developer
Bunların hepsi
with our latest
on-device'miş.
AI models and
Yani
tools, like Gemini Nano and Gemini in
uçaklarında da
Android.
çalışıyormuş.
Also,
Öyle diyor.
stay tuned tomorrow for our upcoming
Zaten
Android
bazı
15
feature'lar
updates,
haddini
which we
çok
can't
aşıyor
wait
ya.
to share with you.
Ondan ötürü mecbur yani.
As we said at the outset, we're reimagining Android
zorunda.
with Gemini at the core. From your favorite apps to the OS itself, we're bringing the power of AI to every aspect of the smartphone experience. And with that, let me hand over to Josh to share more on our news for developers. Thank you.
Çok uzattınız ya valla. Daha kısa anlatılabilirdi. Karnım acıktı.
Thanks, Dave. It's amazing to see Gemini Nano do all of that directly on an Android phone. That was our plan all along, to create a natively multimodal Gemini in a range of sizes so you all, as developers, can choose the one that works best for you. Throughout the morning,
Ne
we've heard a
vereceksiniz
lot
harbiden
about
bize
our Gemini
API olarak ya?
1.5
Mobil
series.
app yapmak
And I
istiyoruz
want to talk about the
Android'e
two
değilim.
models you can access
Bir onlar
today.
hızlı onaylıyor bizim app'leri.
1.5 Pro, which is getting a series of
fecaat.
quality improvements that go out right about now, and the brand new 1.5 Flash. Both are available today globally in over 200 countries and territories.
Allah razı olsun ya. Şu Avrupa Birliği sorununu çözmüşsünüz nihayet. Yani
You can
büyük
go over to
sıkıntıydı.
AI Studio or Vertex AI if you're a Google Cloud customer to give them a try.
Vertex AI
Now, both of these models
artık
are natively
kolaylaşsın ya.
multimodal. That means you can interleave text, images, audio, and video as inputs and pack that massive 1 million token context window. And if you go to ai.google.dev
Bak ama
today, you can
OpenAI
sign up to try the
output'u
2
da
million
aynı
token
şekilde
context
yapabilir
window
hale
for
getirdi.
1.5
Onu da göz
Pro.
ardı etmeyelim.
And we're also adding a bunch of new
Tek
developer
çıkıntısı
features,
olmak zorunda değil.
starting
İmaj
with
giriyorsa
video
imaja
frame
çıkabilir.
extraction.
Hem de bunu
That's
da
going to be in the
leziz
Gemini
yapıyorlar.
API.
Benim
Parallel
anladığım
function
dünkü
calling, so
eventten
you can
buydu.
return more than one function call at a time. And my favorite, context caching. So you can send all of your files to the model once and not have to resend them over and over again. That should make the long context even more useful and more affordable. It ships next month.
Aa, çok güzel. Bak, bir conversation'da devam eden şeylere daha affordable bir fiyat.
Now
Bunu
we're
bütün
using Google's
chat modellerinin
infrastructure to
yapması
serve
lazım
these
ya.
models.
Çok
So
iyi.
developers like
Piyasadaki
all of you
rekabeti
can get
arttırır.
great prices. 1.5 Pro is $7 per 1 million tokens. And I'm excited to share that for prompts up to 128K, it'll be 50% less for $3.50. And 1.5 Flash will start at 35 cents per 1 million
Wow.
tokens.
Bu çok iyiymiş işte. Bilmeyenler için
Now, one thing you
OpenAI'da
might be wondering is which
şu
model is
anda
best for your use
GPT-4
case.
Turbo fiyatı
Here's how we've been thinking about it on the team.
3
We
centte
use
alt
1.5
dokunda
Pro for complex tasks where you really want the highest
başına da
quality
30
response.
dolar.
And it's okay if it takes a little bit longer to come back.
60
We're using
eski
1.5
GPT-4
Flash
Turbo'ya
for
göre.
quick tasks where the
Yenisinin
speed of the
30 kat.
model is what matters the most. And as a developer, you can go try them both out today and see what works best for you. Now, I'm going to show you how it works here in AI Studio, the fastest way to build with Gemini. And we'll pull it up here.
Bu üründe sırf
And you can see
Vertex'in
this is AI Studio.
kasıntı
It's
permission
free to use.
yapısını
You don't have to
birazcık
configure
daha halka
anything to
indirmek
get
için
going.
yaptılar.
You just go
İyi ki
to
de yaptılar yani.
aistudio.google.com, log
Klasik
in with your Google
Vertex'ten
account,
API isteği
and
hiç
you can just pick
gönderdiniz
the
mi
model
bilmiyorum.
here in the right that works best for
Korkunç
you.
yani.
So
Vertex'e
one of the
API
ways
üretmek
we've been
korkunç.
using 1.5
Bunlar bir de
Flash
OpenAI'nin
is to
Developer
actually learn
Relations
from
takımının
customer
başındaki
feedback
Logan'ı
about
transfer
some of our
ettiler.
labs products.
Biraz daha bir şeyleri o
Flash
yüzden
makes this possible
kolaylaştıracaklar
with its
gibi
low
görünüyor.
latency. So what we did here is we just took a bunch of different feedback from our customer forums. You can put it into Flash, load up a prompt, and hit run. Now in the background, what
Bak
it's going to
şu
do is it's going to
saniyenin
go through
artma
that
deneyimi güzelmiş.
93,000 token pile of information, and you can see here, start streaming it back. Now this is really helpful because it pulls out the themes for us. It gives us all the right places where we can start to look. And you can see this is from some of the benefits from Notebook LM, like we showed earlier. Now what's great about this is that you can take something like this in AI Studio, prototyped here in 10 seconds, and with one click in the upper left, get an API key, or over here in the upper right, just tap Get Code. And you've got all of the model
Günaydın kardeşim,
configurations,
günaydın.
the
OpenAI
safety
bunları
settings,
2 yıldır
ready to
yapıyor.
go, straight into your IDE.
Çok güzel.
Now, over time, if you find that you need more enterprise-grade features, you can use these same Gemini 1.5 models and the same configurations right in Vertex AI. That way, you can scale up with Google Cloud as your enterprise needs grow. So that's our newly updated Gemini 1.5 Pro and the new 1.5 Flash, both of which are available today globally. And you'll hear a lot more about them in the developer keynote later today. Now let's shift gears and talk about Gemma, our family of open models, which are crucial for driving AI innovation
Vallahi Meta
and
yiyor kardeşim
responsibility.
sizi. Lama 3'e bir
Gemma is
cevabınızın
built from the
olması
same
lazım.
research and technology as Gemini.
Şöyle
It
7
offers
milyarlık
top
bir
performance
parametreyle
and
aynen.
comes in lightweight 7B and 2B sizes. Now, since it launched less than 3 months ago, it's been downloaded millions of times across all the major model hubs. Developers and researchers have been using it and customizing the base Gemma model and using some of our pre-trained variants, like recurrent Gemma and code Gemma. And today's
Recurrent
newest
Gemma
member,
hangisi?
PolyGemma, our first vision language open model, and it's available right now.
Süper. Çok iyi. Lama'da yok böyle bir multimodalite.
It's optimized for a range of image captioning, visual Q&A, and other image labeling tasks. So go
Çok
give it
güzel.
a try. I'm also too excited to
Segment
announce
anything gibi
that
bir
we
şey
have
galiba.
Gemma 2 coming. It's the next generation of Gemma, and it will be available in June. One of the
Benchmark
top
kardeşim.
requests we've heard from developers is for a bigger Gemma model, but it's still got to fit in a size that's easy for all of you to use.
Tamam.
So in a few weeks, we'll be adding a new 27 billion parameter model to Gemma 2. And here's what's great about it. This size is optimized by NVIDIA to run on next-gen GPUs and can run efficiently on a single TPU host in Vertex AI. So this quality to size ratio
Batch
is amazing
işler
because it'll
çalıştırmak isteyen
outperform
şirketler
models
için çok
more
güzel.
than twice its size. We can't wait to see what you're going to build with it.
Yani diyor ki bizim 27 milyar boyutlu parametre, 27 milyar parametreyle API'miz Llama 3'ün 70
To
milyarlığından
wrap
daha
up,
iyi diyor
I want to
çarpı
share this
derken.
inspiring story from
Herhalde
India,
oraya
where
gidiyor
developers
bunların.
have been using Gemma and its unique tokenization to
Ya da belki
create
bir önceki
Navarasa,
versiyonuna atıfta
a set of
bulunmuştur. Gerçi o kadar büyük bir
instruction-tuned
şey yok.
models to expand access to 15 Indic languages. This builds on our efforts to make information accessible in more than 7,000 languages around the world. Take a look.
Yine kitledi bizi ya.
Language is a
Yine
very
kitledi
interesting
bizi.
problem to solve actually. And given India has a huge variety of languages and it changes every 5 kilometers.
When technology is developed for a particular culture, it won't be able to solve and understand the nuances of a country like India. One of Gemma's features is an incredibly powerful tokenizer, which enables the model to use hundreds of thousands of words, symbols, and characters
Ya şimdi
across
token
so many
meselesi
alphabets
şöyle.
and language systems.
Normal
This
koşullarda
large
işte
vocabulary
İngilizce'de bir
is
hece bir
critical
token
to
gibi
adapting
oluyordu.
Gemma
Ama bu
to
dillerde
power projects
her bir
like
karakter
Navrasa.
neredeyse tek token oluyor.
Navrasa
Dolayısıyla
is a model that's trained
E'in
for
responsu
Indic
çok
languages.
yavaş
It's a
oluyor.
fine-tuned model based on
Kopmalar çok
Google's
sık
Gemma.
yaşanıyor.
We built
Tokenizlerin
Navrasa
yani
to make large language
bu
models
teksti
culturally
anlamlı
rooted,
parçalara
where
bölerek
people
bir
can
sonraki
talk in their native
kelimeyi
language
tahmin
and get
etmemizi
the
sağlayan o
responses in their
mimariyi
native
daha da
language. Our
iyileştirmeleri
biggest dream
bu
is to
tarz
build
dillerde çok işe
a
yarıyor. Mesela bu
model to
dillerde çeviri
include
yaptıysanız hiç
everyone from all
GPT-4
corners
vesaire
of India.
üstünden performansın çok sıkıntılı olduğunu göreceksiniz. Mesela ben Bengali dilinde bir şeyler yapmaya
Today,
çalışıyorum.
the
Bir
language that
projenin
you
parçası
speak in
olarak tabii
could
ki
be the
sadece
tool and the
Bengali
technology
dili
that
odaklı
you
değil.
use for
Çok
solving
sık
your
kesintiler
real
yaşıyorum.
world
Bu da
problems.
tokenization
And
teknolojisinin
that's the power of generative
çok
AI
İngilizce
that we want
odaklı
to bring to
olmasından
every corner
kaynaklanıyordu.
of India and the
OpenAI
entire
da bununla
world.
ilgili bir şeyler yapmıştı. Bunlar da yapmış. Google da yapmış. Çok güzel. Yani India fokuslu güzel de bir mesaj oldu. Doğru yani. Türkçe için bile %30 daha iyi tokenization yapmış mesela OpenAI. Direkt Türkçe sorularda maliyetiniz %30 azaldı demek bu.
Listening to everything that's been announced today, it's clear that AI is already helping people, from their everyday tasks to their most ambitious, productive, and imaginative endeavors. Our AI innovations like multimodality, long context, and agents are at the cutting edge of what this technology can do, taking to a whole new level its capacity to help people. Yet, as with any emerging technology, there are still risks and new questions that will arise as AI advances and its uses evolve. In navigating these complexities, we're guided by our AI principles, and we're learning from our users, partners, and our own research. To us, building AI responsibly means both addressing the risks and maximizing the benefits for people and society. Let me begin with what we're doing to address the risks. Here, I want to focus on how we are improving our models and protecting against their misuse.
Vallahi
The
Serdar
onward
Grok'a
demonstrated
challenge ediyor gibi
we're improving
GPT-4
our
o.
models
Tabii
with an
gene
industry
Grok özel
standard
bir çip
practice
kullandığı
called
için her
Restream,
koşulda daha avantajlı
in
ama
which we test our own models and try
GPT-4
to break them to
Omni'den
identify
sonra
weaknesses.
benim Grok ihtiyacım bayağı
Adding to
azaldı
this
mesela.
work, we're developing a
Özellikle bu
cutting-edge
first token'ın
technique
gelişi çok
we call
yavaştı.
AI-assisted red teaming. This draws on Google DeepMind's gaming breakthroughs like AlphaGo, where we train AI agents to compete against each other
Bunlar
and
da çok
improve and
önemli
expand the
meseleler.
scope of their red teaming capabilities.
Yani AI'nin dünyayı ele
We're
geçirme
developing AI
olasılıklarıyla
models with these
alakalı
capabilities
ortaya
to
atılan
help
komplo
address
teorilerine
adversarial
karşılık
prompting
aslında
and limit
AI'larla
problematic
kendimizi
outputs.
nasıl koruyabiliriz meselesi
We're also
var.
improving our models with
Bunlar
feedback from
önemli.
two important groups: thousands of internal safety experts with a range of disciplines, and a range of independent experts from academia to civil society. Both groups help us identify emerging risks from cybersecurity threats to potentially dangerous capabilities in areas like chem bio. Combining human insight with our safety testing methods will help make our models and products more accurate, reliable, and safer. This is particularly important as technical advances like better intonation make interactions with AI feel and sound more human-like. We're doing a lot of research in this area, including the potential for harm and misuse. We're also developing new tools to help prevent the misuse of our models.
Evet,
For
securityci
example,
arkadaşlar için.
Imagine 3 and VO create more realistic imagery and videos. We must also consider how they might be misused to spread misinformation. To help, last year, we introduced SynthID, a tool that adds imperceptible watermarks to our AI-generated images and audio.
Bu da güzel bir mesele. Yani resimleri, hatta bunu tekste de yapılması isteniyordu, yapılmadı.
Two new modalities, text and video. These launches build on our efforts to deploy state-of-the-art watermarking capabilities
çok güzel.
across modalities.
Şimdi
Moving forward, we'll keep integrating advances
tekstin
like
içerisine bir watermark, fotoğraflarda logo eklenirdi ya, onu ekler gibi düşünün. Ama görünmeyen bir watermark. Yani belirli paternler var. O şekillerin işte bir araya gelişinden ya da bir piksel diziliminden onun AI generated olduğunu söyleyebiliyor. Mesela tekstlerde de yapmış bunu. Yani bu da ne demek?
We'll be open sourcing SynthID text watermarking. This will be available in our updated responsible generative AI tools, which we created to make it
Yani
easier
diyorlar ki
for
herkese,
developers
kardeşim
to build AI
SynthID'yi biz open source yaptık. Text generate ediyorsun mesela. O tekstin kelimelerin diziliminden AI olduğuna dair bir şey veriyor.
Microsoft, startups and many others
Oo,
to build
OpenAI
and
da giriyor
implement
işin
standards
içine.
that improve the transparency of
SynthID'de
digital
var mıydı
media.
öyle bir collaboration ya?
Now,
Yani AI generated
let's turn to
content'i
the second
label'lamak
but
için
equally important
yaptıkları
part
bir
of our
hareket.
responsible
Ben
AI approach.
tamamen imaj
How
odağında
we're building
görmüştüm
AI to
bunu.
benefit people and society. Today, our AI advances are helping to solve real-world problems like accelerating the work of 1.8 million scientists in 190 countries who are using AlphaFold to work on issues like neglected diseases, helping predict floods in
Bak
more
hiç
than
beklemediğim
80
bir yerden
countries,
ilginç bir şey geldi.
and helping organizations like the United
Yani
Nations
tekstlerde
track
olduğunu
progress on
biliyordum
the
ama
world's
imajda olduğunu
17
biliyordum ama
Sustainable
tekst için
Development Goals with data commons.
çok hoş. SynthID
And now, generative AI is unlocking new ways for us to make the world's information and knowledge universally accessible and useful for learning. Billions of people already use Google products to learn every day. And generative AI is opening up new possibilities, allowing us to ask questions like, what
tabii
if
Google
everyone,
istiyor yani
everywhere,
AI
could have
content
their own
nerede değil,
personal
nerede
AI
değil
tutor
analiz
on any
etmek
topic?
istiyor. Ya bu
Or,
Google'un AI content
what
hepsi
if
savaş
every
açmasından
educator
ötürü
could have
değil,
their own
daha
assistant
çok
in the classroom?
gerçekten kaliteli olup olmadığını
Today
ekstradan
marks a
teyit
new
etmek
chapter for
amacıyla
learning and education
yapabiliyor.
at
Çünkü
Google.
çok AI generated
I'm
spam
excited to introduce
meselesi
Learn
var.
LM,
Dünyayı birazcık
our
tehdit
new
eden.
family of models based on Gemini and fine-tuned for learning. LearnLM is grounded in educational research, making learning experiences more personal and engaging. And it's coming to the products you use every day, like Search, Android, Gemini, and
Güzel.
YouTube. In fact, you've already seen LearnLM on stage today when it helps Samir with his son's homework on Android. Now let's see how this works in the Gemini app. Earlier, Sissy introduced Gems, custom versions of Gemini that can act as personal assistive experts on any topic. We're developing some pre-made gems, which will be available in the Gemini app and web experience, including one called Learning Coach. With Learning Coach, you can get step-by-step study guidance, along with helpful practice and memory techniques.
Güzel yani her
designed to
ceme
build understanding
spesifik bir model
rather than just give
böyle
you the
atama
answer.
vizyonlarının olduğunu
Let's say
görmek
you're a
güzel.
college student studying
Sadece
for
bir
an
custom
upcoming
GPT
biology
gibi
exam.
bir knowledge üzerine
If you
rag
need a
yapılmıyor
tip to
yani.
remember the
Bir
formula for
bilgiye dayandırarak bir
photosynthesis,
bilgi verme
Learning
çabasından
Coach can help.
ziyade amaca yönelik
Learning Coach,
ayrı
along with other
modellerin
pre-made gems,
çıkması
will launch
gene
in
çok
Gemini
sevindirici.
in the coming months. And you can imagine what features like Gemini Live can unlock for learning. Another example is a new feature in YouTube that uses LearnLM to make educational videos more interactive, allowing you to ask a clarifying question, get a helpful explanation,
Çok güzel.
or take a quiz. This
Çok
even
güzel.
works for those long lectures or seminars.
Bence
thanks to
eğitim
Gemini
alanında
model's
AI'nin
long
çok
context
aktif
capabilities.
kullanılması
This
adına
feature
hala
in
daha
YouTube
gidecek
is
çok yol
already, is
var.
already rolling out
Biraz da uzağız
to
tabii şu an
select
eğitim
Android
dünyasından
users.
ama çok
As
sevindirici.
we
Böyle
work to extend
ADHD'li
LearnerLab beyond
beyinler
our
için
own
benimki
products,
gibi
we're
sıkılmamak
partnering with
adına
experts
bu
and
tarz bir şeyin
institutions
yandan
like
sidekick
Columbia
gitmesi
Teachers College,
hem insanların
Arizona State
zihnini
University,
daha
and
fokuslu
Khan
tutacak.
Academy to
Khan
test and
Akademi de
improve
maşallah
the new
herkesle partnerlik
capabilities in
yapıyor.
our models
OpenAI'da
for
almış
learning.
yanına Google'ı da.
And we've collaborated with
Çok güzel.
MIT Raise to develop an online course to help educators better understand and use generative AI.
Çok güzel.
We're also working directly with educators to build more helpful generative AI tools with LearnerLab. For example, in Google Classroom, we're drawing on the advances we've heard about today to develop new ways to simplify and improve lesson planning and enable teachers to tailor lessons and content to meet the individual needs of their students. Standing here today makes me think back to my own time as an undergraduate. Then AI was considered speculative, far from any real-world uses. Today we can see how much is already real, how much it is already helping people from their everyday tasks to their most ambitious, productive, and imaginative endeavors, and how much more is still to come. This is what motivates us. I'm excited about what's ahead and what we'll build with all of you. Back to you, Sundar.
Evet, kapanışa geliyoruz bence arkadaşlar.
Thanks, James.
Elinize sağlık.
All of this shows the important progress we have made as we take a bold and responsible approach to making AI helpful for everyone. Before we wrap, I have a feeling that someone out there might be counting how many times we have mentioned AI today.
Herhalde bir 300 vardır ya.
Since the big theme today has been letting Google do the work for you, we went ahead and counted so that you don't have to.
Kardeşim CMDF yapıp AI diye de arayabilirdin. İlla LLM'e ihtiyacım var bunu yapmak için ya. Ben de çok çerçöp işlerde LLM kullanıyorum bu arada da.
That might be a record in how many times someone has said AI. I'm tempted to say it a few more times, but I won't. Anyhow, this tally is more than just a punchline. It reflects something much
Gerçekten herkesin
deeper.
konuşacağı şeyleri
We've been AI
ezberlemişsiniz demek
first
ki
in our
kardeşim.
approach for a
Bunu
long time.
TXT olarak
Our decades
sayabiliyorsanız
of
bu da
research leadership
bence çok cool bir
have
şey değil. Yani
pioneered many
konuşma
of the
dediğin
modern breakthroughs that power
biraz da
AI
doğal olmalı.
progress for us and for the
Bir
industry.
karşıyı yakalasan da tabii
On top of
product
that,
lansmanı
we have
yapıyor haklı
world-leading
adamlar da.
infrastructure built for the AI era. Cutting-edge innovation in search now powered by Gemini.
Güzel, etkileyici de
Products
search
that help at
tarafı.
extraordinary scale, including 15 products.
Güzel
with over
entegrasyonlar
half a
vardı
million
Gemini'de.
users.
Bu asistan olayı
And
çok
platforms
güzeldi.
that enable everyone, partners,
Toplantılara
customers,
katılıyor olması
creators,
çok güzel.
and all of you to invent the future. This progress
Android'de
is
çok
only
ilginç şeyler var.
possible because
Umarım
of our incredible developer
Apple'ı biraz
community.
ilhamlandırır.
You're making it real through the experiences you build every day. So to everyone here in Shoreline and the millions more watching around the world, here's to the possibilities
Çok
ahead,
teşekkürler.
creating them together. Thank you.
Thank you. Evet arkadaşlar, bir yayınımızın daha sonuna geliyoruz. Biraz uzun sürdü beklenenden. Umarım sıkılmamışsınızdır. Ben biraz sıkıldım sonlarına doğru. Dünkü şeyden sonra tabii, OpenAI etkinliğinden sonra çok daha şeydi yani. Bak bunları AI ile mi yapıyorlar acaba? Yok, gerçek insanlar bunlar. Bu da böyle bir AI'ye de ihtiyaç var bu arada bence. Yani yapılıyordur illaki. Güzel, güzel. Flutter'da yeni özellikler. Sevindirici. Evet, spesifik session'lar var herhalde. Belirli tarihlerde olacak. Güzel. Bence yani her eventi sadece keynote'uyla değerlendirmemek lazım. Buralarda da güzel şeyler çıkabiliyor. Mesela ben genel olarak cloud'a komple bir bakmak istiyorum. Bir de developer keynote'u varmış. Ona yayın açmam herhalde. Güzel API'lerle neler yapılabiliyor. AppScript ve Gemini. Gemini. Boost performance of Go applications with profile guided optimization. Bak bizim takımın ilgisini çekebilir. Cloud database'lerle Ground'a. Bence buralarda çok güzel şeyler var. Fırsatlar var. Yani yapılabilecek şeyler hakkında. Bayağı güzel workshoplar var. Ben şunu anlayamadım. İzleyebilecek miyiz diye. Yani en kötü videosunu alır atarsınız ya. Onun üstünden bir tartışma olabilir. Ama güzel şeyler çıkıyor gibi görünüyor. Evet, genel hatlarıyla böyle benim anlatacaklarım. Yayına katılan herkese teşekkürler. Bir sonraki yayında görüşmek dileğiyle. Sağ olun Burak'cığım, Utkan'cığım. Kendinize iyi bakın.